A little cooler out, but I'm sweating like a stuck pig. I've been running my ass off all day getting shit done. I don't know if you know what it's like to get shit done, but sometimes getting shit done is overrated. You know, get this stogie, see if I can get a lighter hot enough or warm enough. They've been sitting outside. It might take a little while, so I just put it under my leg. Put it under my leg and wait. I think the beer is going to be fine by itself. You know? Shop fees. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Happy Thanksgiving. A Sean word 2-4. What it is, baby? We've been running our ass off today, man. Got a lot done. Had a lot of, not breakdowns, but we got a lot of stuff done to the truck, so. What it is, Vato, Ringo, what it is, Billy Bob. Counter surveillance, what it is, baby. Yeah. We've been busy. We just got home yesterday. We had a load booked for Friday that was going to deliver Sunday in Oswego, Illinois. And that canceled. It was a late pickup. I got there early, crossing my fingers. And no, it's not going to be ready till 4:30. So I said, well, can I leave my number or get your number, and then I could check in maybe like 2:30 and see if you're ready. So I did that. I called him at 2:30, and then 2 minutes later, the broker called me. He says, nope, that load's canceled. So then I was kind of fucked. So I got back on low board and found one picking up maybe 30 minutes away, but it had a 3:30 cutoff, and I couldn't understand this motherfucker. Trinity Logistics. I couldn't understand this guy to save my ass. I mean, I just couldn't understand what he was saying. My voice is bad or whatever. It's like, I said, I'm gonna need that address. I said, I'm not gonna get there till 4. Are they gonna still load? Yeah. I'm gonna gambling, man. Well, halfway through, traffic like shit on 65. So I said, I'm not gonna make it. And they said, well, yeah, forget it. So I turned around and went to another truck stop. Found another load that picked up Saturday morning that delivered Monday. So I snagged that. And it paid $300 more. Plus I got the $150 Tonu for the one that canceled. So it ended up being pretty decent. So we got home Monday early afternoon, say 1 or 2 o'clock we got home. And then of course, cleaning the house and playing catch up and shit. But then I took my truck to the shop. So we've been spending a lot of money. I mean, we've been doing pretty good. But we've been spending it too. Because again, I think I told you guys about the trailer getting screwed up at the solar panel load where now the doors don't close. That's still an issue. But I got the other trailer. I asked them to do a DOT inspection. They charged me way too much money. And I said, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, you raising your rates? I mean, this is my shop. So you raising your rates? Because like a trailer DOT inspection is like $50, $45. They were like 138. So what in the fuck? Like, I just paid it, hooked up to it. And then I'm looking at it. Tires are screwed up. There's like a foot of tread missing. It's gone of just like the one tread. About a foot of it's gone. All the tires are chunking out like a motherfucker. Every single, all but one tire. All of them are shit. Brakes are, they ain't got much life in them. I don't even think they hooked up a truck to the trailer, to be honest with you. And I think that I just paid fucking $134 for a sticker, to be quite honest with you. But, so we get the trailer. So we got, well, right away we put new tires on it. That was $2,400 at Southern Tire. $2,400 for 8. I kept one that was the newer one. That's an all-position tire, so I saved that one for a spare. And then we had, what else did we have? And then we went to Dale's APU because the APU hasn't worked, and we've been idling for probably too many months. 2 months, 3 months we've been idling. So that ended up being the motherboard, which that was $2,000. $2,000 for the motherboard installed. APU still goofing up for whatever reason. It turns on. It'll has that slow start, which is air getting into the fuel lines. So we got to get that addressed, because I can't trust the APU, because for whatever reason periodically it turns off and then wants to restart in like 2 minutes. It restarts. Well, sometimes it gets that airlock where it won't restart, and then it tries 3 times, and then it red triangles. So I need to get that addressed. And then bunk heater works half as good as I think it should, and the AC doesn't work at all. I don't know what happened there. AC was working before it stopped running. Now it's not working at all. So that needs to go back. I'm definitely going to go back to Dale's. Dale's is affordable. I mean, they really are affordable. And they work on tri-pack, carrier, and green APU. And all of them, honestly. They work on all of them. So motherboard's one of the most expensive things you got to do to it, other than replacing the engine altogether. I was worried about, because when I called Thermo King and asked about these APUs, like how many hours can you get out of an APU? You know, what can I expect out of an APU? And they said 15,000 hours. You know, so this one's got over 17,000. So then I talked to Dale, and he was saying this is going to be a quick fix, because it wouldn't start. Fan would turn on, and then no buzzing. Then the fan wouldn't even turn on. So what happened is there's a bus fuse, and that was on recall for years, and it was never taken out. So that bus more or less melted, which then fried out the motherboard of the start sequence part of the motherboard. So then you got to replace the whole motherboard. Had that block been replaced, because they put in a new one, they put in a new bus that's right there on top by the air filter, so it's all accessible, it's all that good shit. And had it been replaced, then I probably wouldn't have had to replace the motherboard. But since it hadn't, it's not. But they also do, they kind of explained a lot of things too, like my APU, this certain one has the mechanical fuel pump, which they said they can easily get rid of that. That might be the reason why it's not starting. I kind of missed out on the conversation on that. When he was talking about it, it was kind of over my head. So he was kind of like bouncing all over the place, because he was asking, hey, do you want this turns off when you turn the ignition on? Do you want it to stay on? I said, sure, because I've got the switch on the dash that I could turn it off manually. Well, then he got rid of that. Then I noticed, okay, the switch isn't working on the dash, so I want the switch to work. I want it, because before I liked the idea of turning off the truck. If I wanted the APU to start, I just have it on, and then it would start as soon as I turn the truck off. If I didn't want it to turn on, then I just flip the switch to off, and it wouldn't turn on. Well, now I got to get up every goddamn time and go in the back and turn the goddamn APU on. So I'm going to get that set back to the way it was. I don't know. Rather have not even fucked with any of that. But they did say that they do rewire the whole thing, because tri-packs are all aluminum wiring. And once it corrodes or starts corroding, it's game over. So they've got a kit, and the wire is like 3 times larger than the aluminum. So I'll probably get that done as well. And then obviously check the AC out, get everything checked out. Like they said, like the radiator, the guy that was before me, they have a radiator, it went out. I think Thermo King wants like $400 something for that radiator, and the fittings that go in the radiator are pressed in, where he has a guy makes these radiators and they're actually welded for $200. I mean, you can't go $250 or something. You can't go wrong on it. So Dale's APU, they got a place in Little Rock, Arkansas, and then the one obviously in Springfield. Now I'm telling you this, the Springfield one, not impressive. I mean, it looks like it looks like a heap of shit, but they do good work, and they only charge $115 an hour. So definitely recommend. So after the APU, then I had a piece of steel. I had a piece of steel covering a hole in the trailer floor. So what this trailer floor is doing is these are pine boards that look like bowling alley, where you have that 1 inch strip and then they butt together. These butts are breaking apart, and the flexing of it is they're breaking and then they're sticking down. So this one broke all the way out. Now Oster was telling me that that Cooper was there hitting them out with a hammer, trying to put holes in the trailer. That true or not, I don't know. Regardless, there's a hole in the trailer. I kept the piece of steel on it, and then of course these fucking losers, they drag the pallets in and out, and they just rip that piece of metal up. So I said, fuck it. It's just a hole. It's pretty solid around the hole. So I put a piece of duct tape over it, and it worked fine. Nobody gave a shit until I had somebody load appliances. They were light, but I was watching that board, and that hole, it's starting to break down farther. So we got a bigger chunk. It's like, yeah, I need to get that fixed. So I had a later appointment. After I got that unloaded, I got a later appointment, and then stopped at a trailer repair shop in, where the hell was I? Louisiana. I was in Louisiana, and they got me right in. It took them 3 hours. What was it? $500, $600, something like that. I think it was maybe $600, five something, I believe. 10 foot of board and the screws and stuff. Took them about 3 hours to do it. They took liquid nails and kind of filled in, because I've got other holes that have that board sticking down. They filled that up with liquid nails. I don't expect that to last nothing. It's just for appearance. It's just for the look. So I've got 2 other spots. I wanted them to fix one other spot, but it was like time restraint. I didn't want to lose this load that I had. So I said, just replace this one. Now, I could have gotten the other one replaced. I said, if you put 2 guys on it, I'll pay for 2 guys. Then, I'll do both. And then I was thinking, okay, money. I ain't got that kind of money, so let's just do the major broken shit. We'll get the other shit fixed later, So we did that. And then my steer tire on the passenger side is just getting chewed up to where the point where I've got 4/32 on the first groove, first major groove. And it's like, shit, I got to get an alignment. I got to get something done. Went to TA, got an alignment, which, my ignorance, I just got the front end aligned. Not considering how alignment works. Because it was just the edge of it, outside edge. So they aligned it, blah, blah, bullshit. All they could do was fuck with the toe. They couldn't do anything else. Did me no good. Then I had the transmission fluid swapped out with synthetic. And so that was about $400. I did use $200 of my points, my petrol points. I used that to cut it down to $200, so that saved quite a bit. So, still concerned with the toe and all of this shit, and the tire, and knowing it just needs to be fixed. It's going to be an out of service. The next load or 2, it's done. So I got more tires here in Rock Falls. They had a building, or a different building, but that burned down. They got a new building, brand new state of the art alignment shit. So I called Eastern Iowa. They charged $299 for 3-axle alignment, but they were booked up. So I said, maybe I could get in Wednesday. Definitely Thursday, Friday closed. So I said, I'll call and see if you got an opening, if somebody fell off. So I called these guys. These guys charge $189 an axle. $189 an axle. And so I had them do that and then replace the Yokohama steer tire. They only charged me $449 for a Yokohama steer tire. 16 ply, H rated steer tire. I couldn't believe it. I thought, are you sure that's a steer tire for a fucking 450? Unfucking real. He says, yep. And he says, yeah, the next cheapest one is Toyo. I said, Toyo? I mean, Toyo is it's a pretty decent brand tire. Usually, expensive. Their trailer tires are like tread depth forever. I mean, they look like all position tires. I mean, it's just tread depth forever for a Toyo trailer tire. Anyway, got the Yokohama installed. I kept the old one because I could still use that for a trailer. So I've got two tires, one that was replaced on here, which was an all position tire that Oster had somewhere along the line put a new tire on. Evidently, I paid for an all terrain or an all position tire instead of just a fucking trailer tire. So I'm getting upsold on an all position tire. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got that tire, then I've got this steer tire, and I've got two tires on the other trailer. Whenever I get that fixed, I've got the two tires put on that. But I'm going to carry the all position tire with me just in case. I got it jack strapped to the fucking catwalk. So that was $1,200 and $1,206 for a 3-axle alignment and a new steer tire. So not too bad, but we've been keeping throwing money at it. Now they did tell me that the driver's side kingpin is getting a little sloppy. Just kind of keep it packed up with grease, kind of keep it tight. I'll probably get a little bit longer out of that, then I'll just do both kingpins. But then again, now I need another alignment. But here nor there. And then what else? So we still got to do the starter. My starter is doing funky shit where I gotta turn the key on, wait for everything to cycle, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, and then start the truck. Otherwise, what's happening is if you have it in gear, it does that, like a half a crank, half a start, and then you get nothing. So then you got to turn it off, cycle it on. You get that half a start, which resembles in an automated transmission, right? It doesn't have that clutch sensor, but it sounds like it's got a dead battery. I've had that a few times on the 680. Ended up replacing batteries. It still happens. Then it's the starter. You just replace the starter. So I think the starter is going out on this. Now, last couple of days, been pretty lucky where it starts first time, but it's on its way out. So we have that issue. Had an oil pan gasket replaced from my shop not too long ago, and I got a PM done at Speedco. They talked me into fucking, because I'm conventional. They talked me into synthetic, and I'm just like running oil out of the engine when I'm idling. So as I'm driving down the road, drops and it's splattering all over everything. It's a lot of oil coming out. So I think that oil pan gasket's fucked again. But I have to get that looked at again. So the starter, that gasket, and brakes on the trailer. Brakes on the trailer, they're getting there. I'm gonna say within another week, we're probably gonna need that. Good news is the spring joint that did the accident, that redid my front end, the axle, that they completely fucked up everything with that axle, and the steering box. They didn't clock the steering box, so I had to pay $500 some odd to get the steering box clocked. They didn't put a bolt in the spring stop, so then the spring stop was at a 45-degree angle. It was just shit. So she called me last week, and I didn't think too much of it. And then they called again today, and I answered and says, "Hey, we owe you money." I said, "Okay, what's up?" "Well, we didn't give you the core money back for the steering box, which is $1,000. So we're going to send you a check for that. I said, awesome. I said, while you're writing the check, go ahead and remind John that he owes me over $500 for reclocking that steering box that he did not do. He thought he was under the impression the steering box was pre-clocked. I don't know. I've never done one. So he owes me 500 and some bucks for that. And we had to go to a junkyard and pay $10 for a bolt for that spring stop that he didn't even put the fucking bolt back in. So I said, I know this isn't the quality of work that you want out there. You don't want my impression of you or other people's impression of you to be, quote unquote shitbags. But I said, I'll take the check for $1,500. Be quite honest with you. If I get it, great. If I don't, I'll still get the $1,000. I'll still get the $1,000. But either way. So that's what we're waiting on that. They said, well, the holiday and everything, we'll put it out Monday. I'm going to see if the stogie's ready yet. Oops, sorry. I'm getting all janky. So, either way, that was a nice little, Christmas came early, and obviously we need it. We got a load picking up Friday. Because of all the expenses and shit that we've had. All the expenses that we have had, we need to leave out Friday and not Monday. So we got a $3,000 load booked up to go to Buckeye, Arizona. Now, currently, if you look at the load board for next week, Buckeye ain't looking too shabby. So I think we're gonna do pretty well getting out of Buckeye, which is, I think it's southwest Phoenix or west of Phoenix, So that's going to help us quite a bit. So trucking's trucking. I mean, obviously the expenses are the expenses, but again, this truck is still going through its thing because I haven't had it very long. The trailer, it's been sitting for damn near a year, I bet. So that's gonna have some issues and shit. I can't believe the condition of that trailer. For as much money as I spent, I can't believe that trailer is in the condition that trailer was in. Really. I just can't believe the condition of that trailer. That I needed to throw that kind of money into it when I had already spent thousands of dollars on that trailer before. Thousands of dollars on that trailer. And I get it back with holes in the floor, treads gone on these trailers. Hercules trailer tires, man. Hercules trailer tires. Don't buy them. They're trash. They are fucking trash. But we're just pegging along on this fucking truck, and sooner or later, should be good. That whole front end issue could still be a result from the accident. The whole engine's running good. Now, Sean, that 6 injector came up again, but it came off the next day. So it's poked his head up again. But other than that, man, it's been pretty good. I mean, we've been staying busy. Sometimes we get screwed. Last couple weeks have been pretty bad. Like, our revenue wasn't as good as that we have been doing. We've kind of lost a day or so here and there. And, but that's going to happen. I mean, not every week is going to be perfect, and it's not going to be great, and it's not going to be the top producing week. So, and we understand that. I mean, obviously you have to understand that. You got no choice but to get to understand it. Absolutely. Let me see if I can look. Holy shit, Duluth. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, you definitely got me some beer money, baby. Thank you, man. That's definitely needed. Definitely needed. But I got a little spot for you guys. I got some spot for you guys. You guys know how I like doing my resets in Wildwood. Well, we were at Wildwood 2 weeks ago doing a reset. Ran into another truck driver because they're all out there, and he says you need to go to Quality Inn across the street. Quality Inn and Suites. It's like $80. Now I'll spend $100 at that bar because we'll eat and all that shit. We'll spend $100 there, and then we'll spend another $100. Well, maybe $50 or something the next day, right? Because that'll be Sunday, where we kind of get everything early in the morning. We do laundry and all this shit, and the rain cleans the truck while I do laundry. But then we're done like at 10 in the morning. It's like, what are we going to fucking do? Well, guess what? We go to the bar. I have a couple buckets of beer, or a bucket, maybe 2 buckets. Hard telling. And then we go back to the truck. Well, anyway, this fucking joint, Quality Inn across the street from Danny's Sports Bar, are suites that you have a living room, your bedroom, and then you've got like an office with a table, and it's like a kitchenette. So you got like your cocktail sink, a microwave, and a decent sized refrigerator. So we're going to do that because instead of sitting at the bar, especially when it gets colder out, and it's going to, other than sitting at the bar and spending $100 there, we're just going to get the hotel room, dude. They got laundry there. They got a swimming pool. Of course, it's an outdoor swimming pool, so that's closed. But in the summertime, it's open. You got laundry there. They also have the free breakfast in the morning. And you got your living room with a TV and all this shit. So much better than me sitting on the Tedford curve while the rain lays in bed and we watch TV in the truck. And we're going to spend the same amount of money. And the hotel is a tax write-off. My beer tab is not a tax write-off. That's not a tax write-off. But that hotel will be. So kind of stoked about that. Especially, now all motels have a desk. I mean, they all got a fucking desk. But at least I could do my paperwork. I could get, do all my back office shit. We could sit on the couch and watch TV and all that shit and be in air conditioning and not be running APU or whatever. Golden. So if you guys are doing resets at Wildwood, which I fucking love, and I found another one, Lake City, Florida. They've got a bar and grill. Opens up at 4 in the afternoon, little late. Saturdays they have $2 drafts, not bad. It is paid parking, but if you spend $25 at the bar or buy fuel or $25 in the thing, then the parking's free. So it kind of turns some people off. It's a huge fucking lot. We were there for the weekend. I'm telling you, 90% of it was empty. 90% of it was fucking empty. Lake City, Florida, another great spot to do a reset. Obviously, Columbia, South Carolina, great spot, great spot for a fucking reset. London, Kentucky is a good spot for a reset. They got a bar restaurant right next to the parking lot. Outdoor seating, which is cool. You can smoke out there. So I'm telling you, I love the resets on the road, especially if there's fucking, a bar next door, Don't buy the 200, 500 quick kits on the Kingpins. Get the Kingpin kit with both knuckles. You could buy both, about $700 depending on the specific axle. Yeah, we're going to definitely do both at the same time. Which bar is it? The London. The London, Kentucky is, what the fuck is that? It's a travel, what is it? Travel Truck and Auto Travel Center or something like that. It's a big ass lot, and it's what is that bar's name? But it's got a big sign, welcome drivers. You'll see it. I cannot remember the name of that place though. Around $3,000 for everything. That's not bad. Columbia, our halfway point when we take our yearly Florida vacation. Truly, I thought it was going to be a kind of ghetto, but they got lots of amenities. Absolutely, MF. Let me scroll up a bit and catch up with you guys. But yeah, and listen, that's all we're looking for in a 34. The last thing I want to do is do a 34 at a rest area. They have to have beer. Now we did hit a spot. Oh, where the fuck? Jonesboro, Arkansas. Never do a reset in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Dry town. The closest beer, they just built a new TA in Jonesboro. There's a TA, a Love's, and maybe a Pilot. Brand new TA, beautiful TA. No one sells beer. No one sells beer. And I asked the Indian guy behind the counter, I said, where's the fucking beer? Where's the beer? He says, yeah, 50 miles that way or 50 miles that way. Well, fuck that. So we did a reset with no beer. You can imagine I was going through cold sweats and withdrawals, but we managed. There was another place. I got a hard time remembering where the fuck we're going. But regardless, we're always looking for a place with a bar. Bars are great. We did do one. We did one on 65. The what's the fuck you're called? The Compass on 65. We didn't do a reset there, but we shut down. We shut down at like 11 o'clock, 12 noon. So I watched the Steelers game, Steelers and Bears game. Had 4 or 5 beers or something. That's a pretty decent joint. Nice, plenty of parking. Especially for a Sunday. I thought for sure there'd be a fuck ton of trucks there. Not really. The TA, which I went and got fuel at the TA, and then I went to the Compass because the Compass got a bar. And both of them were dead. Both of them were really quiet, which is surprising to me. I live in Oswego. Do you really, brother? Yeah. This load was delivering to Oswego. We lost that load and ended up getting one delivering in Joliet. Or what's the town next to Joliet? Anyway, we delivered at the Home Depot. And I think they call it Elwood. Shambo, what's up, baby? Organized Chaos, what it is? My favorite YouTuber. God damn. Are you Indian? I've got Winnebago. My grandma was Winnebago Indian. Happy holidays, absolutely. Daycab, what's up, brother? Sounds like you had it inspected at Sparky's in Beaver Dam, Kentucky. Dude, I'm telling you, on the road, dude, listen, this shop has changed from Thompson Truck and Trailer is now Ascendance. And I'm telling you, it's gone to shit ever since. It seems like ever since they took over, they fucked up everything I've asked them to do. As far as changing the pressure, whatever the fuck it is, for the AC, for the APU, they said they could do. They fucked that up. Oil changes, they fucked that up. Everything. They put new shocks on this trailer, thinking it was somebody else's trailer, and they said, "Hey, you got a trailer here." Yeah, I know. Well, we just put new shocks on it. I mean, they're just fucking. Now, granted, that's a good fuck up, but $138 or something, whatever the fuck it was, for a trailer inspection that they didn't inspect. No, not good. Let me see if I can put some light on the situation here. So, not good at all. Not good at all. And then they just seemed to, the steering wheel. If you guys remember, I wasn't getting cruise control on that truck after the accident. Ended up being the steering angle sensor. This was on the faults every day. Steering angle. They kept fucking around, wasting time, wasting my money, driving around in circles trying to calibrate the steering box. There's no wires that go to that fucking thing, except the steering angle sensor. And then still nothing. And then I said, hey, just do the steering angle sensor. So they did. Problem solved. Right? Problem solved. They're talking about like, well, we might need to delete the Bendix, but my guy's going to have to do this off the clock because it's a safety feature. It's like these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. They've lost their fucking common sense. So I really don't want to bring my shit there anymore. You know, I just don't. 21, what it is? On the road. Okay, Kevin. There you go. Gotcha. 17,000 horses. That APU or hours. That APU is money pit now. See, shop fees. That's not what Dale said. See, Dale says, listen, we've got some of these that's got 80,000 hours. So as long as you stay on the oil, these are bulletproof fucking engines. And even if the engine blows up, they said it's like $2,500 to replace that engine. So it's worth it. I mean, I gotta agree because I'm telling you, I've been idling every fucking day, and I'm losing, especially on resets because we do a reset every weekend. We're wasting fuel. I mean, it's a quarter of a tank for a reset is a quarter of a tank of fuel. To do 10-hour break is a 16th of a tank. Is a 16th of a tank idling. Let alone the damage that you're doing while idling. You know, I'm using fuel ox and all that other shit trying to help. I got ProLube in the engine trying to prolong whatever I can on that. Just throwing the snake oil at it to see what helps. But idling is horrible. I hate to throw money at the APU, but I can't idle. I just can't idle. Toga, what's up, baby? What's up, Toga? King on the YouTube, word. Watching from Lurk, Randall. That's not safe. We got Bud Ice, baby. Where's my boy Winzard? Oh, I'm always thirsty, Shamball. But don't ask Moet, because Moet will be having you get that goddamn that Sailor fucking rum, whatever that was, that shit was fucking decent rum. That was very good rum. Randall's done some decorating out here. It's kind of nice. He's put our old bookshelf. He put it up on over here, so it's actually really nice. I like it. 23, what's going on, baby? Henry Duncan, what's going on? Unfiltered? We're doing, baby. We're doing. I mean, there's some days that we struggle, and there's days that I still, I go out of my fucking mind, and there's times where we're just like doomed, man. We're done. I mean, but I'm listening. God's providing. Things are just going our way. It just doesn't matter what seems. We have things that need to get fixed, but as soon as I feel like we spent a fuck ton of money in the last 2 weeks with trailer tires and fixing the floor on the trailer and getting alignments and the transmission done and spending money on the APU. I mean, we just spent thousands and thousands of dollars these last few weeks, but we've had it, so we're accumulating it. So our first month or so was just playing catch up. Now we've been out 7 weeks straight. 7 weeks straight. We just got home yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. We just got home yesterday. And we're gonna leave out again on Friday. But again, December's a short month because we got Christmas. So we're doing Thanksgiving at my mom's, which is just here in town, on Thursday, and then we're gonna roll out Friday and deliver Monday in Buckeye, Arizona. Made out of Cali. There you go, baby. Congrats on that. I wish many, many happy and cozy times to you out there. Absolutely. Rant coming soon? I don't think so, babe. Listen, my rants, I still rant, but to myself anymore, Well, War on Zello. I'll do that. Send you some beer money. Duluth, I appreciate that, brother. I really do. South Texas, good rates. My ass. I went to Houston. Fuck, Dallas has got better rates than Houston, which I couldn't fucking believe, to be honest with you. Louisiana's got some good rates. Arizona's still got some decent rates. There's a load going to Los Angeles. I might do that. I might do that. I'll see how the LA market's doing. But there's good money going to Georgia, Florida, Texas, out of Arizona. So, I might pull something. Pony Boy business is doing well. We're still busting ass. We're still going to be out for weeks at a time, but you know, uh, we're doing it. We're enjoying it actually. Wife and I are enjoying it. Now, there's times that enough's enough shit, but our reset gets us back, gives us that reset, that mind break. And then we go back at it for another 5 days and get another reset. So it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Why you don't go inside? It's still your basement. Go hang out on the couch. You even got a Christmas tree. That is true. That is true. Well, I want to smoke, Ran. I don't want to smoke in your paid living quarters. Yeah, Lake City is the place, man. I love Lake City. Uh, there we go. Beard is off the hook. Yeah, but it's getting there, baby. It's getting there. I got good days with the beard and I have bad days with the beard, but yeah. She's filling out nice. She's filling out nicely. I don't know how far I want to go. I'm thinking, well, shit, it's winter. Wife says you need a haircut, and I do because my bangs come down and it gets my fucking eyes, and I don't fucking like it. But I'm thinking about letting the fucking hair go too, man. Let's just go fucking all in. Fucking, get ready for fucking winter. You never know. I might just let it all go loose. Hair is saving the situation. I appreciate that, Toga. He's looking homeless. It looks better. It looks better. Yeah, the Bears, Duluth. Man, that if Aaron Rodgers didn't go down, I just don't think Rudolph's our guy. I just don't think Rudolph's our guy. We're playing a pretty tough team next week, so we'll probably lose that too. So I think our season's over. I think our season's over. You're gonna get tired of the road soon. It happens to everybody, Pony Boy. You just get tired of it. But see, I think this is where my enjoyment is like the truck is getting better and better every week or so. You know what I'm saying? Things are getting improved on the truck. I'm seeing changes of the truck. I'm seeing, because it's getting better and better, and that's why I never like skimped on fixing the truck or repairing or maintaining, because I get enjoyment out of that. I mean, I get enjoyment that the truck, it runs better, it rolls down the road better. It's got good tires. It's got good rubber. It's got, when everything is right and you keep reinvesting in that equipment. That's where the road to me is tolerable, because I'm working for the truck. I mean, obviously I'm working for the truck because I'm not keeping a lot, but it's paying our home bills for the most part. And it just seems like, like a clean car runs better. You enjoy driving a car that's been freshly detailed inside. And it seems like that's what it is every week. Every week, the interior, the wife just does a fantastic job on the interior, and it's like jumping into a brand new truck. The maintenance that we're doing to the truck is just getting better and better and better as the weeks go on. It's just getting better. Now, granted, it's going to break down. It's going to need rebuild. It's going to need all this other shit. I get that. But we're getting the bugs out of it. And to me, I enjoy that. I'm excited about going out and running around with a 3-axle alignment done and a fresh steer tire. I'm excited about that. Like, how's it going to roll down the road? I'm excited about that. So that's what kind of keeps us going. But I enjoy driving. Always have enjoyed driving. It's the drag of staring at load boards and doing all this other shit. But now that we're doing the longer runs, we don't do anything under 600 miles. We do these longer runs, and I enjoy the longer runs where we pick up, or we deliver, we pick up, and we drive the rest of the day. We drive all day next day. We deliver in the morning, pick up, and run that day, all of the next day, and deliver. I like that. I like that. I like that downtime of just straight driving. Now, some of these loads are getting tight, appointment wise, where we're doing straight 10-hour breaks, and I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that too. So we're saving a lot of money. We're still eating hamburgers, brats, and chicken breasts every fucking day. We're still doing that. I mean, we will spoil ourselves on resets, things of that nature. But for the most part, and then we're having our breakfast burritos. The wife makes breakfast burritos with these big ass tortillas, and they're delicious. And I don't know. It is. I don't mind it. I don't mind. Do I want to do it for another 10 fucking years? Probably not. Probably not. But by the time I'm hoping by the time I am fed up with it, we're in a much better situation, is what I'm hoping. Do you have ice already? This refrigerator, I think it's cold enough outside, but we got an ice maker upstairs. We got an ice maker upstairs, John. See, lighter's getting too cold. It won't start. Got to put back under my leg. That's great. And how much do you save your beard? Ooh, probably be thousands of dollars. She likes it. She likes it. Jag, appreciate you, brother. Crack a keg. 2-4, Randall wanted to get a keg, and he says, how would you feel if you came home and you had a fresh keg? And I was thinking, oh shit, I got to clean those lines. I got to do this. I said, I just don't want to fuck with it. So, save the money, and, let's not get a keg. Because and again, I don't want to fuck with it. Changing kegs out, and that keg's been in there forever. Those lines are going to have to soak. I just don't want to fuck with it. Great to see you, Mr. Best. Rig Pig, appreciate you, brother. Hope your family doing good. We are doing good. I mean, the kid just got a job today, so he's been unemployed for 2 months now. But he got a good job, so proud of him for that. What the fuck are you doing in the trailer floor? Never had problems with any trailer floor. Are you getting a scratch and think that you got to fix it? It's not a scratch. Unfiltered. I don't know what it is with this trailer. It's a Wabash trailer. It's a paper trailer, so there's a cross member every 12 inches. I don't know. It's like delaminating, because these boards are like bowling alley floors. They're just 1-inch boards that are so long, and they're glued together. That is separating, and they're breaking. So when the fucking forklift comes in, that flexes, but instead of flexing, it's snapping. Those joints are breaking in that board. So that one board is getting broken down. I don't know what it is. It's just an old floor. Now, that trailer's also had where Oser got a paper load, and the fucking forklift fell through the son of a bitch. So he had to spend like $3,500 or something for 6 cross members and new floor. So in the middle of the trailer is probably 10 foot of new flooring. So it's just from the tail of the trailer to that 10 foot needs to be replaced. It's just, the in and out traffic. I don't know what it is with that trailer, or either of my trailers. I got 2013 that's got fucking holes. I just got a piece of metal on it covering a fucking hole, because I didn't have the money to replace the wood. But I can't afford, because it was like that piece of steel I had, the hole was starting to break even more, where you could see it and hear it cracking and popping, and it's like, no, I gotta get that floor replaced, period. Motherfucker out. I gotta warm this motherfucker out. So I don't know what it is with this trailer, with the floor. Just It's dry and it's. And I don't know if are you supposed to do shit to the trailer floor? Like, are you supposed to seal it every year? Are you supposed to do something with it? I don't fucking know. I just run it. Are you supposed to like put English oil on it to hydrate? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not even. Maybe I'm neglecting the fucking trailer floor, and this is why it's doing what it's doing. I have no idea. No idea. Try Laredo, El Paso, and the Valley. I'll do that. We'll do that. Yep, Angel's out here. She's just hanging out on her pillow. Curdy, what's up, baby? Bearded for her pleasure. There you go, Will Bernie. You know what I'm talking about. I look like Fat Man. Have you watched that movie on Netflix? Fucking great movie with Mel Gibson. Great movie. How about them Broncos? Broncos been looking good too, you know. Quick Williams, what's up, brother? Josh the Vegan, what's going on? Who did your 3-axle alignment? Moore's Tire in Rock Falls. They're off of 40. They charge $169 an axle. They got the latest and greatest equipment, latest and greatest alignment machine. So absolutely something you want to look at. Anthony Bressler, what's up, baby? I was going to have Eastern Iowa in Davenport do it. Eastern Iowa Truck something. Or Eastern Iowa Tire. I don't know. They were $299 for a 3-axle, but they couldn't get me in. So I went with this other place. Check out front. You got me something? God damn, you spoiled me, brother. I don't do shit to the floor. Yeah, I don't either, evidently. Spent the keg money on a Christmas tree in the freezer. There you go, baby. You got another package up front, upstairs. I'll bring it down. I forgot. Is this your birthday life? Well, Marty, my birthday was November, so earlier this month. But yeah, we could call it my birthday. Yeah, always good to see Toga. Let me run upstairs and see what we got. So, well, I could take you with me. Why not? See what old Santa brought me. Lighting's kind of shit, though. Oh, man. I'm whooped today. We had to drive to the city. Had to get my phone cleaned up with I think I lost my email. My original email is lost. Randall, we need to roll up this hose. You got a badass fucking kink in it. That's going to end up ripping there. And then, what do we think? Then we had a run to Dixon for the kid. And then we ran back from the cities. We ran back to Sterling or Rock Falls to pick up the trailer, or the truck. The old Ford. Got the old spare tire there. Look at this fucking beast. You guys see that fucking thing? Fires off like a raped beast. Look at that fucking beauty, huh? Classic. Isn't that fucking gorgeous? Don't you want one? Don't you want one? Look what I got here. Not brandy, pre-mix, freezer door, old-fashioned, just pour over ice. What? The old lady's gonna love you, Shamball. Look what Shamball brought.
What? Liquor for me.
Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
Huh? You like that, don't you?
Well, I'm still finishing off my Crown Royal.
She thinks-
Jeffrey's like, that's good shit. And so...
She's got the Crown Blackberry.
Yeah.
We don't have any 7-Up, though. We got
I
Squirt.
just put it on ice. I'm
a mixer. I'm a pussy. Yeah, I only drink Knob Creek straight.
Oh, it's so good.
What is, Christian? Is this brandy? Brandy with natural flavors and caramel coloring. Yeah, Christian Brothers. It is very smooth. It's the VS.
Yeah.
Do you mix this with anything? Maybe I'll just put it on ice, see how it goes.
James.
Just a little bit.
I don't like how you get when you drink hard liquor.
That fucker smells good.
He don't care. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. At least he's outside being stupid. So
I'm outside having a beer.
I don't care, honey. Fuck yourself up. Just remember tomorrow we got a lot of shit to do.
That's true. We got a lot of shit to
You're
do.
not me though.
Oh, fuck
If
myself.
I fucking drink more than one, I'm
I don't wanna
shit.
fuck
I'll be
myself
throwing
up.
up for 2 days. I can't
Where's the
handle
fucking
it.
ice at?
I just can't.
Did you turn the ice maker off?
No, I tried.
Ice maker's off.
Jeffrey.
That's all right. In 10 minutes.
I don't know what happened. It's
Jamie
just-
might turn it off because he's been getting into the habit of turning it off because he doesn't want to waste water.
No, I think I went to turn it on and probably turned it off.
that's all right.
I don't even turn it off.
We'll have ice in 10 minutes. No big deal. No big deal. I appreciate that, Shamball. I'm not going to get all that liquored up. Fuck, I ain't even finished one beer. I'm doing too much fucking talking. Too much talky. Look what Randall got. Got a little, I don't know if you guys can see that. Little dog welcome light. I think so he can see the stairs when he gets home. Pretty cute. Oh, Rain's doing a good job down here. Whiskey, sugar, muddled. Oh, that's a lot of work, Shamball. Presenting real American trailer trash. There you go, Triple O. That's how we do it. Hi from work, my upstairs neighbor. That's it. Absolutely, baby. I left a note. Yeah, I read the note. I left the note, or I read the note. Been before liquor, never been sicker. There you go. I got brisk. You got brisk in the basement, do you? What's brisk? That's fucking iced tea. Where's GW? I thought GW was in here. Get a real truck going into 379 soon. There you go. Was it an MD alignment? I'm trying to get one of those, but I had to change my steering box. MD alignment. Josh, what is an MD? Not quite sure. Sean, appreciate that. What is an MD? James Best is the real trucking icon. Real man doing real trucking. Not talking all that noise. He actually does it. Oh my God. GW. I almost got an extra pulse in my penis with that. That was nice. No need premix. It's not brandy. Oh, it's pre-mixed. Well, we'll have ice in about 10 minutes. I'll look at the proof. It's probably 40 proof. Old lady gets worried when it's 100 proof. But I'm not looking to get all that fucked up anyway. But I do appreciate you, Shambo. We'll have a little bit tomorrow. We'll bring it to Thanksgiving. There you go. Start growing it out so we can start matching, you know. You still have football? The fantasy football, no, we didn't do the fantasy football this year. Just too busy with shit. And as much as I love fantasy football, you know, well, and we fight every Sunday. We throw in the antenna. We try to get a parking spot somewhat open so we can put our antenna out the window and try to catch a channel. CBS, you know, sometimes we get internet, sometimes we don't. So it's one of those where, you know, 50-50 shot whether or not we're going to be able to get a football. Well, I'd say 75% of the time we can get football. Now, one of these days, I mean, I'll ask you guys about a traveling mobile hotspot. I don't want to buy another phone and none of that shit. I just want the hotspot. We got AT&T now. Sometimes it works. Majority of the time it does, but sometimes it don't. So we just need something that's going to cover when AT&T's not working. You claim to listen to Rutherford and don't know what MD. I don't listen to Rutherford. I don't listen to Kevin Rutherford unfiltered. I haven't had XM radio since the 680, and I don't listen to Kevin Rutherford. I don't like that fucker. It's almost like I can smell his breath. His teeth is so fucked up. His mouth is so fucked up. I feel like I can smell his teeth or smell his breath. I don't care for Kevin Rutherford. I just don't. It's a style that they are different way of doing it. There's a guy in Oklahoma City that I think trained a mid-alignment guy. Supposed to be great for tire wear. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what MD is. This is one where they lift the truck up. The tires aren't touching the ground, so it doesn't matter if you got a worn tire or not a worn tire. Like some places like TA, theirs is on the ground. So if they do an alignment, it's sitting on that little metal plate, and if you got a wore tire, you're going to want to replace the tire before they do alignment. In this alignment, they don't give a shit about the tire because the tire has no influence on the alignment. I know there's one in Kansas City that everyone raves about. Get T-Mobile Home. It's great around the country. I think they're getting rid of that T-Mobile Home, or that, like, it has to be in your area. It doesn't work mobile. You're wondering if Oster is good? I don't know. Did Ghostface lose another job? No, he didn't lose another job. Starlink RV model, unlimited internet. How much is that, DJ? I mean, do you know? I mean, you're in Canada. It might be a different cost, but is it worth it? I mean, because the Starlink seems more like full-time internet, and I just need it when my shit ain't working. So I don't want to spend like home internet money on it, right? Because I pay $85 a month for life for fiber optic. I don't want to pay $85 for something I'm going to turn on every third week. You know what I'm saying? So Starlink's like $150 a month. See, that's a little too rich for me. It's a little too rich. I just, if it was my full-time internet, maybe. But I use my tablet for the internet for like the e-logs and the TV and shit. So let's hear more about me doing a good job in the basement. I'm just kidding. I use T-Mobile all over the country, $50 a month. See, I thought they were getting rid of that T-Mobile that do that, you know? Yeah, your mama hired me. Goodness. I thought T-Mobile was getting rid of that, where it's like Netflix. You got to pay extra. Like, we pay for Netflix at home, but we don't get Netflix in the truck. We have to pay extra. Now, I can still watch it on my tablet, but I can't watch it on the TV. Did you sign up to be a mall stand? I should. I should. Not getting rid of it? Well, I don't know. From what I understand, they're getting rid of it, you know. Is the chicken hawk alive or dead? I don't know. It needs a couple sleeves. You know, if you get the sleeves done, the truck will run. I mean, the truck will run now. You just got to, you know, have a tanker of coolant. Got to have a tanker of coolant. But it runs. You know, I could drive it. But I could just get 2 sleeves done. But by the time you do that, you might as well just rebuild the motherfucker. And it's going to need an auto frame. It's going to need an auto frame because I have that rear leak. So the engine's got to come out. So it's not going to be, you know, a cheap in frame. It's going to be an auto frame, you know. Yeah, it could be Gary, Indiana truck stop Santa. There you go, baby. No, Randall's not throwing any part. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. We're hoping to have rebuild money. Silver's doing good. Now, you guys remember a few years back I was buying a fuck ton of silver. Well, if you've watched silver at all, silver has over doubled from when I was buying it back then. So that's get out of jail free card money there. So it's not quite a rebuild yet. It's definitely an in-frame. It's definitely an in-frame money, but it's not an out-of-frame money yet. It's not out-of-frame money yet. But if silver goes to $60 an ounce, that's out-of-frame money. That's a full-blown rebuild. If it gets over 60, well, then I could put in a aftermarket exhaust manifold and aftermarket turbo. Then that engine would be golden. And in all reality, if you get an out-of-frame engine, you're like starting at zero. You're starting at 0 miles because, they're redoing the block, they're magnafluxing the head. They're doing everything. You have a damn near brand new engine after an out of frame. In frame is only doing cylinders and shit. They're not doing anything to the block. They're not doing anything other than resurfacing maybe the top when they put the things in. So an in frame is probably going to get you 500,000, 600,000. It's not going to get you $1 million, but an out of frame, you could get $1 million if you do the crank and you do the big cam and all that shit. Obviously, but I don't know. But it's definitely going to be an out of frame because it's going to cost me more money because the engine pretty much has to come halfway out for them to do that rear main seal. It's going to have to, so they might as well just take the whole fucking thing out and do it correctly. Mr. Misunderstood, what it is, baby. Good seeing you, brother. We'll catch you later, Josh. Good seeing you, man. Moet wants to ride my mustache. Oh, baby. Free rides. Free rides. Thanksgiving only, though. Thanksgiving only. Now I kind of wish I did this on StreamYard so I can have some of you guys on. Is the truck worth 10K as is? I believe it is, Marty. If you guys follow Hack Nation at all, he's a guy down in Texas that does these rebuilds and shit. I just seen a video of his where he had a T680. It had a PACCAR engine. The guy could not afford to rebuild the PACCAR. They took the PACCAR out of the engine. All they're doing is selling the truck with no engine for $7,000. So do I think that my 680 is worth $10,000 with the engine? Yes. Because the engine, the core alone is worth $10,000. The block is worth $10,000. So the engine itself is worth $10,000. So yeah, the truck is worth $10,000. My personal expectation is going to be plus 20% for the end of 2026. U.S. dollar makes 61.62 around. If the condition's going to be the same, it's more complicated than gold circulation, as you can guess. Yes, but the more solar panels and all this other shit, all these electronics that they're creating, all of that takes silver until they find a better conductor of electricity, and silver is still relatively affordable compared to gold. So it's a good conductor. It's used, and I think it's going to go up. Now, I've heard some forecasters that are thinking that could it get to $100 an ounce? Potentially in the right condition at the end of 2026, they think it could get to $100 an ounce. More likely, we'll get to $70 to $80 an ounce. Not on the very likely side that it'll get to $100 an ounce. But by 2028, it should easily be at $100 an ounce. It could very well be at $100,000 an ounce. So right now we're just holding it, and then until we need it, right? Until we need it. Tonight going to be a shit-faced marathon? No, I don't think so. Because if I had StreamYard going and you guys could carry it, then yes. But this is my first beer still. We've been at this for a goddamn hour. So to get to 12 beers is 12 hours. I'm not going to get lit up in 12 beers. Though I could, but we're talking 12 beers over 12 hours. No one's going to get drunk with one beer an hour. You could drink every day, all day, and it's not going to happen. Have you heard from Nevada? A little bit, yes. Does John Story do rebuilds? He does not. John Story will do an engine swap, and he does have some 450,000 mile engines that he could potentially sell right around that 10 grand mark. But again, no warranty, no nothing. And doing an engine swap, you really need to get an engine that came out of a 680. Otherwise, the wiring harnesses and all that shit's just, it's not going to talk to each other, from what I understand. This is what I've been told. I don't do engine swaps, so you just can't like throw anything in there and expect it to work, unless you're going to buy the ECM, right? Unless you're buying the ECM as well. And these trucks, those engines do not come with ECMs. How about Red Hawk? Honestly, no, I have not. I haven't talked to Red Hawk in probably months. Nope. T-Bone, what's up, baby? Toshiba took $3,000 out of my pocket. Toshiba? How did Toshiba do it? Or are you talking Shiba? You talking Shiba? I cashed out Shiba. That's how I got this fucking patio. 10K, you could probably get it rebuilt cheaper than that if you found the right guy. Well, we're talking, I mean, it depends on the quality of rebuild, DJ. I mean, that's what it comes down to, DJ. Because when you think rebuild, you're not getting injectors, you're not getting a new head. They can test the head with diesel to see if it leaks, but it's not going to get magnafluxed. You know, you're just, all they're going to do is pour diesel in there and see if it seeps through the valves. That's it. See if a valve's leaking. If it doesn't leak, they just throw the fucker back on. But you're not getting new injectors, so that's another expense. You're not getting any bolt-on parts. You're not getting a turbo water pump, air compressor, alternators, air conditioning compressor. You're not getting anything. All you're getting is rings, gaskets. Hopefully you get a bottom end. Hopefully you get the bottom end on. But sometimes they don't even care. It doesn't include the rear main and bearings. You know, it doesn't include that. So it depends on what level you can get. I could probably get the 680 running for less than 10 grand. I can guarantee it. But it's not going to be rebuild. It's not going to be rebuild. The only thing is it's going to get new sleeves. And it'll probably be half of that. You know, it'll be half of that. Shiba to the moon. I sold all mine. Next time you're at Compass on 65, give me a text. I was 40 minutes away watching the Bears at my house. Well, there you go, Steven. I'll do that, brother. Yeah, I'll do that. Not very often are we there. Like this is the first time I've ever been there. And because we stay down south for the most part. I hate to fucking say it. We're running the way Sean likes to run. We're just doing 10 and 20, to be honest. We'll go to North Carolina, South Carolina, and then we're doing a little bit of Georgia, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas. I mean, we're kind of just right there, you know. Friday, we're grabbing a load out of Dubuque, Iowa, bringing to Buckeye, Arizona for Monday. But this will be the first time to Arizona for shit since when I first got that truck from Ritchie Brothers. I went to Arizona. I ain't been back since. Are you averaging more than $2 a mile? No, I'm not, Pony Boy. I am not. I'm probably, all miles, I'm probably $1.75, $1.76, something like that. Which I'm good with. I'm good with that, Pony Boy. I'm good with $1.76. I'm actually okay at $1.50. All miles, I'm okay at $1.50. I'm good with $1.76. If I could get $2 all miles, man, that'd be great. That'd be great. How are the average carriage costs per mile in 9 days? Well, the cost per mile, I don't know. The South has been a nice lane for long runs. Stay there. Absolutely, Stephen Lyle. It has been. It has been. Coming to Michigan? Fuck Michigan. Buckeye, Arizona, Walmart. Yeah, it is, Pony Boy. It is a Walmart. What the fuck? This truck is averaging 24/7. I don't give a fuck, Unfiltered. I guess you're better than me, Unfiltered. You're better than me. I get it. You know, you're better than I am. I know you're booking your own loads, and you got all these contacts that I don't have. I get it. Yeah, I mean, you're better than I am. What can I say? I like to be the fucking best out here, but I'm not. I'm just a fucking chump. For the customers, I don't ask your costs. I don't know what it is for the customers. I don't know what it is. $1.70 on long miles isn't bad with fuel like this. Yeah, $1.70 for the, like, again, I'm doing 3,000 miles, 3,300 miles a week. So, now the weeks that I've gotten less miles, I've gotten a little bit better rate, but again, it's less miles. So I'm looking at the rate at the end of the fucking, I don't even give a shit about the rate. I'm looking at the fucking revenue at the end of the week. That's all I'm looking at. I don't give a shit how I get there. If I run 2,000 miles or I run 3,000 miles, I want to get to that dollar or better every week. And if I get there, I get there. If I don't, then I probably got better miles per gallon, or miles per or dollars per mile. But the dollars per, I could run 245, 250 or whatever all day long going fucking the Midwest short 400-mile runs. But I'm not looking for the best rate per mile. I'm looking for the bang for the buck at the end of the fucking week. I'm looking for the dollars. I'm looking for the dollars. $1.70 with a truck payment and insurance wouldn't be enough. Well, my truck payment's $900 a month. My insurance is $1,200 a month. And that's, we're talking $2,000 a month. If you do $1.50 a month, at 3,000 miles and $1.50, that's $4,500. You're going to spend, let's say, 50 cents a mile on fuel. That's $1,500. That's $3,000 a week. That's $3,000 a week. Your $2,000 that you're spending on your truck and insurance at $2,000 is $500 a week. That means you're profiting $2,500 a week. I'm not quite sure, Pony Boy, how your math is, but that math's my math, right? That's $2,500 a week revenue after fuel, after insurance, after truck payment. So that math does math for me. Now, I don't know how many miles you're doing. If you're only doing 2,000 miles, then yeah, $1.70 would be tough. But we run our clock. We run 10 hours a day, 600 miles a day. And, we're doing 3,000 or better a week. Now, we're running. Are we running the most highest rate per mile? Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. This load going from Dubuque, Iowa to Arizona is 1,612 miles, and I'm getting paid $3,000. That's not even $2 a mile. $2 a mile is going to be more like $3,240, right? I'm not even getting $2 a mile to go to Arizona. But I'm doing 1,600 miles over a weekend that I'm going to spend $800, let's call it $900 in fuel. Fuck it, call it $1,000 in fuel. And fuel and tolls going through Oklahoma. So it's called $1,000. I'm still going to make $2,000 over a weekend. I don't see the problem here. Just that weekend's going to pay my truck payment and my insurance. How can you not make money? It's gone up 13 to 17% around in here, dollar-wise. Almost all the EU countries and in here, too, since last year. The English language proficiency has gotten out of control. I agree. I don't do short runs. Every day, not at a dock, getting jacked around is a good day. Those short loads can be brutal. Absolutely, Stephen Lau. Absolutely. I mean, you're spending 4 hours a day in a dock. Best case. Now, I haven't been really delayed. I've only gotten detention on one load. For all the loads that we've done, I've only gotten detention once. There's times I get unloaded in 30 minutes, loaded in 30 minutes. I mean, sometimes I do some multi-stop shit that might take, 30 minutes to stop. But I'm not sitting hours in a dock. You need to run them miles and your truck payment is low. Absolutely. Insurance is low. Yeah. Yeah. I was able to get the 680 off of my insurance. Otherwise it was going to be $2,400 a month, Pony Boy. But I was able to get the 680 off my insurance because that truck is in Best Trucking's name, where the Peterbilt's in Best Motor Carrier's name. So since that truck is not owned by the company, I leased the 680 to Best Motor Carriers. All I have to do is write a lease termination with the 680, and I don't have to insure it. And it's paid for, so I don't need it. And now when I get that rebuilt, then my insurance will double because now I have to insure that truck. That's the downside. The insurance will double. But currently, the insurance is only $1,200. And that's with a fuck ton of CSA points and a no-fault accident. But since Great West took care of it, it still shows as a claim. So it's shit. My insurance still went up $200. Insurance has gone stupid up here. Just got my renewal, $2K a month, and I'm shopping around. DJ Bolin, goodness. Yeah, mine's 24 for 2 trucks. 2 trucks. So I was lucky that I was able to take the 680 off. So technically you're paying kind of monthly minimum wage, but just for insurance. Monthly minimum wage? Yeah, if you call it that. See how you can become an SFI pre-approved carrier. I can... Oh, I see what you're saying, Sean. I don't know how to do that. I know Advanced Trucking has done that. But I don't know how I would do that. I wonder how to do that. I'm not quite sure how to do that, Sean. But that would be fucking tits, though, wouldn't it? Get your ass back. That would be tits, dude. I mean, seriously, that would help me get the rebuilds that I need. I mean, honestly, if I had that extra, because my next deal, I was 80/20, and I paid the insurance. And what happened, because I had drivers that weren't running, and I'm paying the insurance, and I'm not, what they're running is literally just paying the insurance. It just wasn't worth it. So because I'm when I bring on contractor, it's going to be 85/15, and you pay the insurance. And your insurance is going to be whatever the insurance cost that it costs to bring you on. And then that's it. That way I figured, okay, worst case scenario, whatever it is, if you do over a certain dollar amount, you're gonna benefit the 5%. If you do under the dollar amount that's required to pay the insurance, then I'm not sitting on the fucking insurance bill. You're sitting on the insurance bill. So it's going to be 85/15. You pay the insurance, period. And the insurance is going to be, like, again, mine's $1,200, and I'm insuring the fucking truck. Of course, you bring your own truck. You're going to insure your own truck. You're only going to pay the fucking the cargo liability. So that's it. And it's 85/15. But because that way I don't get fucked. If you decide to sit on your fucking ass and do absolutely nothing, I'm not eating the goddamn insurance every month. You're going to eat it. And gives you an opportunity to make up for it. So if you run harder and you make more money over that 5% difference, then you make more money. Make more money. Sean screwed my insurance. Sean never screwed my insurance. Sean didn't ever get in out of service. He never got into an accident. He did absolutely nothing to my insurance. Absolutely fucking nothing to my insurance. Sean is a safe driver. He didn't cost me a fucking dime when it come to as far as points and shit that's carrying over. Sean, not to blame at all. I went from 1250 with 2 million, no ticket, no accident. I blame those foreign drivers driving up the rates with all the accidents around here. DJ Bullen, I don't doubt it, brother. I don't fucking doubt it. I mean, I don't doubt it. Looking to get OOIDA insurance. Marty, don't do it. Don't do it. They're not. I ended up changing from Great West to back to Progressive. Now, Progressive, they're saying, oh, well, they got a bad name because they're not paying, so a lot of brokers don't want to work with Progressive. The only brokers that don't want to work with Progressive are brokers that run reefer, or that if it's a reefer load, because Progressive is not paying the reefer claims. So a lot of those guys that are running reefer, they don't want Progressive insurance. They don't want Progressive insurance. Dry van, I have never had a problem with Progressive insurance. OOIDA is not rated. There's a lot of companies that will not fuck. And as tough as this market is right now, you need everything in your favor, and OOIDA is not in your favor. That's why the carpet rioters are moving their authorities to either Alberta or Nova Scotia for cheaper insurance rates. What's going to happen, I think, DJ Bullen, is that they're not going to have a CDL. I think they're going to get more into the straight trucks and things of that nature. They're just not going to have semi. They'll just have a Class C license. Blame the black men. That's it. Will you have to upgrade a trailer to bring on a contractor, or can you fix up yours? I can fix mine up, Steven. I can fix my trailer. It's just right now there's no sense of throwing money at the trailer to merely let it sit there and not use it. So I'm not going to put any money in that trailer until I have a contract. If I have a contract, and this is the reality. If somebody comes to me and says, listen, I'll do the 8515, I've got my own truck, I'll let you take that trailer for free, you fix it. And you can run that for as long as you fucking want. You can run that trailer for free. I ain't going to charge you fucking nothing for it. That's only for a contractor who's got their own truck that's willing to sign on. I'll get and actually fix that trailer. You can have it. I mean, you can run it until you either buy your own trailer or whatever. But you want to keep on the maintenance and fix that trailer, you can run that motherfucker as long as you want. I don't care. Run it. It's yours. I ain't gonna charge you a monthly cost. I'll even keep the insurance. I'll pay the insurance on it. I'll pay the insurance. You do the maintenance, you can run that trailer as long as you want. Looking good, by the way. I appreciate that, IH. Appreciate that, brother. Ghost just didn't run enough. That's true. Yeah. He didn't run enough. And that's, it happened. Well, neither did Oser. Oser was out a long time. Sean was out a long time. They just weren't very efficient while they were out. And I think Sean knows this, and he ain't denying the fact. He ain't denying it at all. But, lessons learned, right? Experience. First time being on the spot market for Sean and stuff. So, I mean, it's a learning curve for everybody. So, I mean, I have no hate or discontent to anybody that I worked with. If anything, it's on me. It's on me. I kept some people too long, and it was just it's 100% on me. There's not a single fucking contractor that I didn't allow to fuck me over. Okay, I allowed it to happen. It's 100% on me, you know? So DJ's got a Volvo? Gotta take it for an inspection. There you go, baby. Congrats, DJ. I didn't know you bought a Volvo. Are both APUs? No, they're not. One's the 680's got a Carrier, and the Peterbilt's got a tri-pack. They both have their benefits and downfall. I like the fact that the Carrier has the whatever independent fucking bunk heater. It's got the Webasto independent. The downfall with the tri-pack, it's the fucking heater is connected to the APU. If the APU don't run, that bunk heater don't run. That's the only part I don't like about the tri-pack. It's not, they're not independent. They have to work together. That I don't dig. Because again, APU don't fire up, the heat ain't firing up. So, and right now, this fucking APU, it's got that air leak, or it's losing its prime, so it doesn't start every time. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's comfort control or something, it just turns off in the middle of the night. And then 2 minutes later, it starts again. But sometimes it gets that airlock or something where it won't start. And then it tries 3 times, and then it red triangles. Well, 2 things. That wakes me up. Then I got to fuck with that thing trying to get it started again to get the heat back on or the AC back on. And when I'm at home, I just want to let it fucking do its thing and keep my batteries maintained. But if it doesn't fire up, then the motherfucker triangles and then my batteries die. And on this truck, I do have I don't remember if I told you, I had issues with like trailer brakes not working, and then like no marker lights were working. So I had to get wiring worked on twice. Some reason, because Walmart's got like a pigtail for running triples. I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but they had a pigtail back there, and then they just like cut it out. You know, those wires were fucking up the pigtail, fucking up my wiring. But now, with the truck off, at night you see dim lights on the trailer and the tractor, on just the tail lights. So there's that. What is that? That term? Whatever it is, power loss. That's what I have. So these batteries will fucking drain if I don't have that APU going. And I do not have the cutoff switch, which I want to add to where I can just kill the whole fucking truck. That way, it won't, it won't kill my batteries. But I don't currently have that. And if the APU works the way it's supposed to fucking work, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I do. So every day I'm going to have to check on it. Tomorrow morning, I'll have to check on the truck, see if the APU is still running, see if it triangled out. If it did not triangle out, then I know the batteries are good. I mean, I could turn the key and see the volts. Which reminds me, I didn't even lock the fucking doors in the fucking truck. Now I remember. And then, so I'm probably going to have to go to the truck anyway tonight, lock the fucking doors, and then see if the APU's running. If it triangled out, then I'll start it again and hope to fuck that it stays on. But I don't know what the fuck it's doing. So that's another thing, another trip to Dale's to get that looked at. So there's just numerous things on that APU I need to fucking keep throwing money at, But the APUs are different. One over the other, I think they're equal. I mean, they're both a pain in the ass. They got their goods and their bads. But the APU, even see, this is where Carrier fucks you over, where Dale's actually fix it. The Carrier does that same slow start where it won't fire. I thought it was the starter going bad. And I told Carrier, I think the starter's going bad. I don't know. but it seems like it has a slow start and it won't fire. Well, they just instantly replace the starter. And then it says, oh, it's done, it's fixed. I go home to start the motherfucker. And of course, they got it running while I'm sitting there. So I'm thinking, okay. I go home, start the APU. Guess what? Motherfucker don't turn on. It's still got that slow start. So I got a brand new fucking starter. So it isn't a wire connection. It's not nothing. So they didn't do anything. So it's leaking air somewhere. There's air getting into the fuel line. So that needs to be gone through. So even if they got to change all the goddamn fuel lines or whatever, I don't give a shit. There might be an O-ring bad or whatever. But he says usually you'll see like a wet spot or something where it's leaking. Because obviously if it's getting air, you're losing diesel. So you're losing the fuel if it's pulling in air. But then they say it's got a mechanical fuel pump and they could put in an electric fuel pump. Now I don't know if that electric fuel pump is going to make a difference or not. I don't know. Because if the mechanical fuel pump isn't primed, that isn't going to do anything. Where an electric fuel pump, as soon as it gets power, it's going to take off. So that might be a fix also. So that could be put on. Now I don't know if the carrier has a mechanical fuel pump or not, but I'm getting the same thing happening on the carrier. Other than that, carrier runs fine. The Webasto works fine, but I will say that there has to be some kind of parasitic draw or something on the carrier or the 680 also, because you got to set that fucker like at 12.1 to start. Otherwise, that truck won't start. But I don't know. But anyway, that's I'm all caught up. I mean, I don't know what more to say. I mean, we could talk about the foreign drivers and shit, but shit, aren't we like tired of fucking talking about that? I mean, we all know it's a fucking scam. We all know it's fucked up. I mean, it's no different than driver shortage, just so the mega carriers can get their $15,000 grant money for hiring people and training people. And now, but what it does do is it kills the rates. It kills the rates because they have the ability to book loads cheaper than somebody who's paying taxes. You know, they call it Driver Inc. They're trying to get rid of Driver Inc. And that is like the Russian drivers that are getting 1099s. They should be company drivers, but they're not. They're 1099s. And so the government's trying to go after this Driver Inc. business. Because the fact that carrier doesn't have to pay the payroll tax, the Social Security, and all this other shit, insurance, that means their overhead is less than a carrier that hires W-2 employees. So they have the ability to run shit at a lesser price. So they can underbid. Now look at Prime, for example, when 90% of the business is lease operators. They make their money off the sale of the truck and all that shit. They really don't need to make money off the rate per mile. So they can underbid a lot of shit to keep their drivers moving. You know, as long as they can pay their truck payment, they're making money. I mean, they just don't need to make that much money off of the rates when they have their drivers paying for everything. I mean, literally everything. That's crazy. Crazy. But I mean, I still think we need lease purchases, to be honest. I think without lease purchases, somebody who's a company driver that wants to be an owner-operator can't just go out and buy a fucking rat-out piece of shit truck and expect to go anywhere. And they're not going to go and buy a $50,000 truck because no one's going to borrow them the money. And then you say, well, you pay cash. Okay. If you have a company job that you've been able to save $50,000, why ever leave that company job? Why ever leave it? Most people want to be owner-operators because they think there's more money in it. That's the only reason. So if they're doing it for more money, is because they're not making enough money as a company driver. So they're not going to have that 50,000. They'll never have that 50,000. And if they do have the 50,000, why would you ever leave a job that you were able to save $50,000? Why would you do that? Don't make sense to me. If you can save 50,000 being a company guy, you're doing good. There's no reason to come out here and risk it all. It just doesn't worth it. But some people, and the reality is that people think that they're going to do lease op because they think they're going to make more money. Now make this make sense. I'm going to lease a truck, brand new truck, and I'm going to make more money and pay for a brand new truck payment and have that thing paid off in 3 to 4 years? No. Absolutely fucking not. You're not going to make more money and pay a truck off. You're not going to do it. Not going to do it. So, but people get into the lease ops because they're misinformed. They believe, I make more money as an owner operator when the truck's paid off, or if you can refinance it and have a cheap truck payment. Like my truck payment's $900. Whoopee fucking do. Now it's $900. It's technically $8 something, but I got that where I'm upside down on the fucking thing. So they got that extra insurance, the gap insurance. So I got to have gap insurance on it, which then makes it $900 a month. But at $900 a month, that's still feasible. I mean, that's a doable truck payment. If $900 is a difference, $900 a month is the difference whether or not you're successful or not successful in trucking, well, your margins are way too fucking tight. I mean, your margins are way too tight. If that $900 is a big deal, because you can lose $900 in a week, and you could have 2 weeks that you lose the $900. I mean, I lost $1,500. The last 2 weeks, I lost $1,500 a week, just in lost revenue, because of loads canceling or whatever. $1,500 a week. The last 2 weeks I've lost. So I'm down $3,000 in reality. I mean, hypothetically, I guess, because I didn't earn it. But from my average, I've lost $3,000 this month that I should have made, but didn't make. I wasn't able to capitalize on it. So that's $3,000 swing. Well, it's going to happen. But I still feel good that, yes, we've been out 6 fucking weeks. But we had to be out 6 weeks because we didn't even have fuel money. When we left, we didn't even have fuel money. We were floating the fuel. So, and when I mean floating the fuel, meaning that we don't have enough fucking money to put fuel in, but I have a fuel card. So the fuel card charges my bank. The bank takes it, puts me in the negative, charges me $34 overdraft fee, but they pay the fuel. Then my load gets delivered, and then they get their money back. Then I'm a little bit above, which will pay for fuel for the next load. So that's where we were when we first started in 6 weeks. In that 6 weeks, we spent the $2,400 on tires. We spent the $2,000 on the APU. We spent $500 or $600 on the trailer floor, and we spent $400 on getting the transfer or the transmission oil dumped and with synthetic. Got a front end alignment, which that was $400, but I did use $200 in points, so that was only $200. And we just spent $1,206 today on a 3-axle alignment and 1 steer tire. So in 6 weeks' time, we were able to do all of that. So I'm feeling pretty confident that if we can get this nickel dime shit done to the truck, And I'd like to have all of the rest of it fixed by the beginning of next year. That way, the beginning of next year, the truck is running sound. Now we can start getting rebuild money. Now we can start saving for rebuild money. Because this truck should be straight. I'm hoping by the beginning of next year, hoping that this will be, the truck will be straight and we'll be able to pocket that money versus having to reinvest the money in the truck. That's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping. So obviously December is going to be a short week, or a short month rather, because of the holiday. And then the wife has a doctor's appointment somewhere in January. She's doing it's an out procedure surgery, but she's going to get, what is that, Botox, I guess, like in her bladder. Because she's chronic kidney stone maker. And it's got to do with her bladder. I'm not a doctor. But it's an in and out procedure, but I don't know how she's going to be after that. So we might be down a week. That may or may not be a time where I just roll out myself. Problem is, like the way I run, we never get to Illinois. It's just, we just don't go to Illinois. Unless we're trying to pass through the house, like to pick up her meds. But now we've got all of her meds done every 3 months. So we've got a 3-month supply. So we don't need to get it filled. We don't need to be home every month anymore. But we would take a load like Minnesota or something. We kind of go out a route, come through town, just to stop, do a 2-hour break or whatever, do some running that we need to do, and then back on the road again. Never gotten a 34 at the house, I don't think. But maybe I think we did get one. Maybe we got one a while back. But regardless, those just aren't loads that we get a lot of. We mostly just stay south. I did get some heated wipers. These actually plug into ignition hot fuse in the fuse box under the hood. So usually I ran those Everblades, which those you have to wire into a switch. And then you manually turn them on. These you can pick up at I-80. Now, if you go at I-80, they're like $89 a piece. If you go directly to their website, you can get them for $79 a piece. So you save $10. $20 essentially, because they sell them individually. So you're saving $20 if you just go there, if you just order them. And these plug into an on circuit with the ignition on, and then they automatically turn on like at 34 degrees. These things get hot, which I don't run winter without them. I'm not going to install them quite yet. I might install them tomorrow. I don't know. I might. But we'll see. My wipers are damn near, they're about done, so I'm probably ready for new wipers anyway, so I might throw these on. And most of them are throwaway anyway. And instead of running the wires and all this shit for the Everblades, these are just, you plug them right into a fuse. And they got that fuse block where you can put a fuse on top of a fuse. So it shares a fuse if you don't have an open one. But you could probably find an open one. There's plenty of open spots in that fuse panel that you can find an open spot. And then they'll heat up at 34 degrees automatically. You want to have it on the ignition because obviously if it's not on the ignition, if it gets cold outside, they could drain your battery. So I don't like running winters without heated blades. I think they're fucking awesome. I mean, hats off to Jeffrey Light for, mentioning those. I know Right Lane had a different brand that you could actually change the blade out yourself. With Everblades, you got to buy the whole fucking thing. With the blades that Right Lane had, you'd replace the blade itself, just the silicone, which I thought was even better because then you're not spending $260 or something like that on Everblades, because and then you could just keep the blade plugged in all the time. It could be wired up all the time. Just change the fucking blade. So I thought that was fucking perfect. I thought. But maybe it's just me that thinks it's perfect. But Yeah, winter blades, man. I fucking love them. I won't run without them. Also, air filters. Air filters for this Peterbilt are $96, $98 or $109. I go to U.S. aftermarket, something like that, and I get an air filter for $58. So I change my air filter every other month. I change my oil every month. So I'm due for an oil change. Be sometime this week that we're out. Get an oil change done. I'm going to change the air filter tomorrow. And then, and for $58, I mean, shit, dude, you can't go wrong. You can get the APU, the Tri-Pack APU kit for $24. That includes your air filter, oil filter, fuel filter, and the internal filter for in front of your air box for $24. Can't go same place, U.S. aftermarket, something like that. So I dig that joint. That's pretty good shit. Then of course I get my fuel locks. I buy 2 bottles of fuel locks every month, and then I get a gallon of Pro Lube every other month. I put a half gallon in every oil change, so that lasts me 2 months. And then what else? I picked up a. Have you seen this one van impact? It says it's got 2,000 foot-pounds of bolt ripping torque. So I picked one up, $110. I know what you're thinking, $110. What's it gonna do? And I'm with you. It does take a Makita battery, so if you do have a Makita battery, it will take that. Their batteries that come with it, they seem pretty fucking light. They don't feel heavy enough to be a very good battery. But I haven't tried it yet. I've been afraid to. It's a 1/2 inch impact. They do make a 3/4 inch impact, which I didn't notice till after the fact, and it was like an extra $100 or something. And I thought, because I was just going to go to Harbor Freight. They've got that 3/4 inch electric impact that does 1,000 pounds, 1,100 pounds of rip or of unbolt. You know, where this one says it's 2,000 foot-pound. Come with 2 batteries, plastic box. I was going to try it on the trailer today just to see, because I just had those tires done, so they're at 500 torque, and I'm just curious to see if it'll rip that lug off. But the problem is I don't have a breaker bar, so I can't tighten them back up. Now, granted, I could just rip the bolt off, see if it works. I might do that tomorrow, and then when I shut down, I'll just have them retorque that. I'll just mark the bolt with a marker, paint marker, and then just have that retorqued to 500. But I am curious if the bitch. But I'm worried. I'm thinking, well, maybe I just wasted $110. You know. Maybe I wasted $110, but we'll see. I am curious if it will do it, though. I am curious. I'm thinking about taking it, put it on the pickup truck, see if it'll take one of those lugs off. But I'd rather just go right to the fucking source and see if it'll take it off. Because my intentions are to do my own tires and my own brakes, especially on the trailer. I do not want to pay someone, and I want to. This is what I want to do. Call me a fucking piece of shit. That's fine. I just want to replace the brakes. The brakes are $60 a set, and like $40 core, whatever. So you're at $100 minus 40. Regardless, you're at $60. For $240, I could get new brakes on. I just don't want to buy new drums. Now, I don't care if the brakes wear out faster. I don't give a shit. I just want to put new brakes on, and then be able to. I'll get new drums next time. Have you guys done that? Like if the drum's not cracked or any of that, have you guys pushed it to 2? I don't know. I'm not getting any fucking. Nobody's saying anything. Am I like the only one talking here? Oh, here we go. Live chats. Oh, so you guys been talking. And I've only seen like top chats. All right, so now I see more chats. Because before, all I was staring at was something else. All I seen was like, are the APUs the same? So this entire time I'm gabbing, that's all I seen. So let me catch up. My bad. I don't know why it just goes to top chats and not all chats. Let me catch up. The Landstar guy was a fucking runner, but he killed me. I know, it's time to stop being a shitbag. Copy that to Sean. I think she went off the rocker. I don't know. I was chasing a Pete Kenworth and International. They were fighting over the Pete's. Nobody bid on the Volvo. Time to auction. 4 of them finished at the same time. There you go, brother. Think you got a good deal? There you go. Well, congratulations, brother. Parasitic. There you go. Or parasitic. There you go, Marty. Thank you. You don't have to lock the doors. You're not in Chicago. That is true. At that Ritchie Brother auction, they had 350 repo trucks. Hey, God damn. That's a lot. I know Ritchie Brothers been calling me, say, hey, are you looking for another I said, dude, I'm fucked. I'm not looking for anything more. Just getting here. How have you been, James? Hope you are making money. We're doing all right, Brandon. We're doing all right, brother. Randall's never driving again. Get some ether. No, that ain't going to help either. Been watching all your videos on replay while driving. Leave this one up. Yeah, absolutely, Brandon. I will. Capacity's dropping. Next auction, I think there's 400 repos, and they added 150 acres to the yard. Jesus. Golly. Tennessee Trucking Evening, bitch. What it is. Mix a drink. It will help show continue. Promise. Well, yeah, all I do is ramble. You never hear real issues from any politician's mouth anyway. Politics all related. Absolutely. Nearest trucking companies that have 150 trucks that have $1 in a year. Jeff is teaching cost per day now. Well, see, this is a problem, Atlanta. And listen, hats off to Jeff to bring back old school, right? Hats off to Jeff for doing that. Because there's a lot of new people out here that want to get into the industry. And I'm seeing a lot of the same questions and concerns, like, how do I figure my rate, and what's my cost per mile, and what mile can I survive in $1.60 mile rate? Can I? And so it's time to bring that. It's time to bring that shit back. So hats off to Jeff for bringing it back, because it needs to be talked about. Any and all of this that has anything to do with the cost per mile, cost per day. All of that stuff. I will mop my way out. It's worth all of that. What you got here there, Boozer?
I haven't had it yet.
Haven't tried it? She's got the ice already, Shamball. You see that? Oh. So I think it's something. I'm glad Jeff's doing that. It needs to be spoke on. It really does. Oh, she's just doing her blackberry. I'm gonna do a little pour of this. What's the proof on this? It's 40. It's 40. You're not gonna get hemmed up on 40 proof. But yeah. So yeah, I'm glad Jeff is bringing that up and doing that stuff again, because like I said, we got a bunch of new people out here. I think maybe, hell, I don't know, or maybe they're watching somebody else, and maybe the guys that's been out here like when we started back many years ago or whatever, and maybe we're just not relevant anymore. We just ain't getting the traction. So There ain't no sense of talking about old school, you know. Why leave a job that's letting you save money? That's it, Tennessee. If you can save 50K, why leave? You know? Get rid of lease purchases and just pay the company drivers more. Well, they're not going to. They're not going to, Marty, because it costs more money. No. They never get rid of lease purchases because companies have figured it out. They don't have the risk. The driver pays all the bills. Absolutely, DJ. Absolutely 100% facts. But that's where the government's talking about this lease shit. I think it's a positive thing. I think we need lease purchases. I think we do. We just need, because what level, other than buying a $15,000 piece of shit, what other option do you have to be able to test the waters of being an owner-operator? Can you do it? Do you have it or don't? Because not everyone can do it, right? It's not everyone's fucking gig. But it lets you test the waters of time management, all this shit. Can you book yourself out? Can you be efficient with your time? Can you make money? And that's what I used Schneider for. I was only in that lease for 3 months. I knew I could make money. I wasn't going to make money staying a lease operator. I wasn't going to do shit as a lease operator. But I knew I could make money. But if I had my own truck, then I'd be making a living, which I did. I bought a fucking truck. But if you're buying this fucking clapped out piece of shit, I'm telling you, I'm already, call mine a clapped out piece of shit. Is it possible? Yes. You absolutely can make money with a $15,000 clapped out piece of shit. I just spent how many thousands of fucking dollars? $6,000 these last 6 weeks, putting it into that 6.8, or putting it into the trailer, putting it into the, well, I didn't put it in the truck. I put it in mostly into the fucking APU and whatever. But that's cost fucking doing business. But was I able to do that? Yes. Can you do that? Absolutely. So could you potentially be good enough and do it? I don't know. Without zero experience, like this is the first time you're on the spot market, first time you're managing your time, first time you're managing a large sums of money at one time. Is just because I could do it, can everyone do it? Possibly. But I understand the cost of this shit, which obviously Schneider makes you tight on your money. If Schneider doesn't teach you anything, it will teach you one thing: to be tight with your money, because you're not making a lot. You're not making a lot. But could you do it? Yeah, I think you could do it. Buy a piece of shit. You could do your own hub bearings, your hub seals. You could do them. You could do your own wheel bearings. You could do your own hubs. That's, watch a video. The fucking hubs come with directions, folks. It comes with directions. It tells you what to do, step by step. You just got to have a clean surface. You got to have a clean shaft. That's it. That's the most important part. And you can change your own. Follow the directions. They're right there. They're damn near pictures showing you how to fucking change your own hub. So if you did that, sure. Problem with a $15,000 truck is it's probably already burning a shit ton of fucking oil. It's already got coolant leaks up the ass. It's already going to have a shit ton of issues. That's why it's sitting there for $15,000. That's like my truck. I'll sell you my truck for $15,000, but guess what? You're going to have to put new sleeves in it. Everything else will be good, but the sleeves aren't. And then the truck's been sitting for over a year, so, you might have some seals leaking, I can sell that motherfucker to you for $15,000. You got about the same way of you're going to survive is buying one out of the fucking field, right? Same thing. Ooh, Shamball. That's nice. That's nice. People don't think, I just don't think trucking is it anymore. Brandon, when trucking is again, that's where you see everyone that failed come back. And they will come back. because they know what it's like when the money's good, you know. And they all dropped out. Remember, they all dropped out when the market first dropped. When I was still with Jeffrey Like, the market dropped from the first year I was out. And I was talking to Jeff. I'm thinking, dude, I'm seriously thinking about getting my own authority, because the reality is that, yes, I'm only going to make 8% more having my own authority versus working under you. But in my opinion, I thought that 8% might be the difference between me staying in business and not. Now, I did stay with Jeff for another year after that discussion. But then the following year, I decided, okay, I'm just going to do it, you know, because I wanted to grow a carrier. I wasn't just doing it for the money. I wanted to grow a carrier, you know. Jeff did inspire that, because he showed you that it could be done. He showed you that it could be done. And for a guy who knew nothing about spot market, like I had no idea what spot market even was. None. But to be able to have that opportunity, and then to see him build that carrier, well, why can't I? Right? Why can't I? So he does give you that. I mean, that assurance that, listen, I mean, he could build it, you know. Is it still scary? Is there still a lot of risk to it? Absolutely. You know, Jeff's gotten lucky with a lot of great contractors. I've had the opposite. A lot of great guys, just not ready yet. You know, not ready yet. They weren't me. And of course they're not going to be me, you know. SoCal's in the house. What's good, baby? Make more money as a company driver, 70 cents a mile on 1099. Well, yeah, but that's not company driver. Company driver is W-2 when I say company driver. Don't buy cash trucks. People, they're shit. One, you're buying another person's problems. I mean, that's the same as buying a used car. You're buying somebody else's problems. If you can overcome those problems, I mean, that's up to you. I'd have to say this: if you do a cash truck, you better be able to work on it yourself, because the reality is that TAs have gotten twice as expensive as it was when I started. Dealerships have gotten more expensive when I started. Parts have gone up 50%. Everything's gotten more expensive. If you can't do shit on your own, that's why I want to do my own brakes and all that other shit. I just want to be able to do my own shit so I don't have to spend that money. But if you're buying a $15,000 truck and everything is going to the shop, you ain't never going to make it. You're not going to make it. You just can't do it. I mean, you'd have to have hell of a good luck if you were able to do it. But you have to be mechanical. You have to be able to change your own tires. They're charging $60 a tire. Our drive tires wear out faster. Why? Because we don't want to spend $60 a tire to rotate tires. Well, that's $240 to rotate the tires. Do you want to spend that to rotate tires? Probably not. Or is it more than that? 6 times 8 is $480. So that's $480 to rotate tires. Are you going to spend almost $500 to rotate tires? No, you're not. So what don't you do? You don't rotate tires. Nobody rotates trailer tires. Drive tires, maybe there's, oh, I do. Okay, show me the receipts. But if you can get a jack, right? I got a 50-ton air jack. I picked off Facebook for like $100. And I've got that impact, but I'll get a bigger impact if needed. If this thing don't work, that's fine. I'll use it to do car tires. But regardless, if it does work, great investment on my end. If it don't work, well, then it don't work. No skin off my eyes. But I plan on doing my own brakes, my own tire changes. I like to get to the point where I can buy a set of fucking trailer tires, drive tires, just have them in the garage, be able to rotate, to be able to change them out when needed. You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying the outrageous price. Listen, this shop charged me $450 for a Yokohama steer tire, 16-ply, H-graded tire. Okay? $450. Love's will charge you $650 at least for a fucking Yokohama steer tire. This is just what they're charging me. Now imagine if I went to Octagon and got a better percentage off, where I could actually get a dealer discount type shit. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you got to be able to work on your own shit. And you have to learn, or the willing. Now, am I going to be changing injectors? Am I going to be doing overheads? Am I going to do all that shit? No, absolutely fucking not. But stupid shit. Should we be able to fucking handle stupid shit? Yes. Because the stupid shit will nickel and dime you to death. It will nickel and dime you to death. You're doing it and still moving forward? It'll be okay? Absolutely, baby. No, I'm never shaving, SoCal. I'm never shaving. I might shave this summer, but that ain't it. I never heard that before. They also doing Botox in the kidney stone issues. Yeah, they're doing Botox in her bladder. It's going to be in and out, inpatient or outpatient type of thing. Does your wife drink powdered drinks like iced tea? I know that causes stones. No, DJ, she does not. She doesn't drink any caffeine anymore. She doesn't. So the doctor said no caffeine, only lemonade or lemon drinks, but mostly it's Crystal Light lemon because it's a citrus that helps. I guess helps with stones. And then she doesn't eat any peanut butter. She's supposed to stay away from red meat. She's doing the best she possibly can. It's just I don't know. Her kidneys have like turned into fucking stone makers. Like she runs with 4 at a time inside of her at any given time. She's got 4 kidney stones rolling around in her. So if they blow the fuse, will it kill the truck? If they blow a fuse, it won't kill the truck because it's on their own fuse. Now, if you can't find a fuse, if you're talking about the wipers, if you're talking about a fuse that's connected to the ignition, I'm just talking about a power on ignition. So if you turn the key on, it's got power. So there's plenty of fuses in there that don't have any fuses at all. And if you could get power in one of those, then you're fine. Now, if you take like an ignition switch or fuel pump fuse and then jump that fuse, then yeah, if you blow that fuse, then your fuel pump's not going to work, then yeah, you're going to kill the truck. But you just put it on a fuse that's not being used. I'll continue to listen while laying on my bed. I wish a brilliant conversation to all. There you go, Toga. Appreciate you, brother. Best, I enjoy the live. Be safe, be careful, save your money and keep pushing. But more importantly, keep staying positive. I can see it. Hugs, everybody. Good night. I'll stay tuned. I appreciate you, brother. Or Peter, Bill. Sister. Get shit on Amazon. Yeah, you can get shit on Amazon. I bought a fucking car jumper or a semi. It's supposed to do 10,000 fucking bullshits. It don't do fucking nothing. It won't jump a car. So not all Amazon. It's all shit. About to get busy. Please don't have Angel outside. It's about to get cold. Dude, I'm right here with her. I mean, I could put her inside if you want. If you're gonna change air filters every month, there are cheaper ones. I'm changing the air filter every 2 months. Every other oil change. DJ, what's going on? Hell yeah, I do that. Fuck bunch of drums. There you go. Brandy, do ya? Because I don't wanna. I don't want to change the drums just yet. I've always done 2 sets of shoes to 1 set of drums. There you go, 2-4. See, now I'm feeling better about this. Because I thought, Jesus Christ, am I going to be a shitbag? Because I don't give a fuck if they wear out faster. I mean, I don't. I just don't want to replace the drum. I just want to do the shoes. As long as there isn't a bad lip in the drum and not cracked, you're good. There you go. I go 2 times on drums. If they look good, it's no problem for my grain trailer. There you go, Steven. I appreciate that. Barry, what's up, brother? I got to say, you seem a lot happier since getting back in the truck and doing what you know how to make it happen. Honestly, Brandon, I'm digging it. I mean, I do love it. I mean, I've never not liked it. Now I got my wife with me, so it makes a difference. But we're doing longer runs. Man, when I was doing 5 days a week or whatever, dude, I was bumping docks all day long. It just is exhausting. And then staring at the load board every day and fucking banging out. I don't want to do that. I like being able to take a day. I can browse the fucking load board if I want and just, pick something and just fucking roll. There's times I've booked a load sitting in the fucking dock. I don't give a fuck. And I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck. Because anywhere I roll, I'm going to make money. Right? Because listen, if fuel cost is 50 cents a mile and my business cost is slim to dick, right? $500 a week is my business cost. I can literally run for $1 a goddamn mile. So I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So going to Florida, if I get a decent rate going to Florida, I'm all right taking $1 coming out. I don't give a shit. I'm still making money. So out of that 1,000-mile run that I'm making $1,000 on, I'm still clearing 500. I'm still clearing $500. Who gives a shit? Right? Positive money's positive money. We think about dumbasses, every light of their truck is like a kind of purple pink color. 1.6 miles seems way too low. 1.6 or $1.06 a mile or $1.60. I'm probably at $1.60 or $1.70, $1.76, something like that. 75, 76. For the most part, average. I mean, obviously, some loads are going to pay more, some are going to pay less. But I think if you average it all out from my weekend revenue to the miles I run, I'm probably about that $1.70 area. I don't think we've hit the bottom yet. I don't know. There's no Christian Brothers and Christian Brothers bottle. It's closer to 70 proof. Well, the bottle says 40 proof. Because it's too good to be 70. I mean, like, when it says very smooth, it's very smooth. Very good. If you're motivated and driven, you could do it. But I'm not seeing too many driven people anymore. Brayden, it's tough. I'm not saying it's not tough. There's times where, like I said, we were rolling out on like home time with not even fuel money. Like, we didn't even have enough fuel for that next load that we had to float it and then be in the negative with our bank, pay the $34 overdraft fee, and then pay it back when we get paid on the load. So we've had those months where when we started, we were in the negative already out the gate. So it happens. Angel, go. You want to go inside? Get a treat? You want to get a treat? Come on. Let's get a treat. We don't want you catching cold. We don't want you catching cold. It's so nice and toasty in here. What'd your daddy do with your treats? Oh, here we go. Rando, you gotta fucking open these goddamn bags all the way so you can fucking get to the son of a bitch. See if we can get you a good one. There you go, baby. There you go. She's such a good girl. Yeah, big stretch. Such a good dog. I'd rather have cats, but she's all right. I'll take her. And the right tools. Jeff is really smart dude in business. Absolutely, Barry. Absolutely. Everything is up except the rates. Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Yeah. Dealerships are a pain in the ass. They don't care if you're down a week, 2 weeks. They don't care. The bill is still the same, motherfuckers. Brandon, they don't give a... Like, listen, when I walked in, because I dropped the trailer off. I said, CV could fix the trailer, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we work on trailers. Okay. And then, it needs new hinges. It needs new bushings. I said, this is what's going to happen, motherfucker. You're going to put new hinges. You're going to need to put new bushings on, and the door still won't fucking close because I insist that it's on the top. The top is pushed up because the bar isn't going to get longer with bushings. It isn't. I just closed those motherfucking doors before I got loaded. After I got loaded, I can no longer close the doors. Something happened, and those bushings have been that way forever. So it isn't the fucking door. It isn't the hinges. It ain't the bushings. Are the hinges perfect? No. Are the doors, are the fucking bushings perfect? No. But that isn't it. I said, we keep throwing fucking money at it. And they said, well, 3 hours and a handful of washers, I think we can get it to close. Well, I'm not paying you the 3 hours to do it on a trailer that I no longer require. Okay? I don't need it. I don't need it right now. So I grabbed the other trailer. I said, do a fucking DOT inspection on it, and I'll grab the other trailer. Okay. $135 or $140. I said, are you fucking kidding me? For just, I don't pay that much for a tractor and trailer DOT inspection. You're charging that for just the trailer? He says, usually it's like $300 or something. I said, what? I said, fuck it. I said, you guys raise your rates? I said, TA charges like $45 for a trailer. What are we doing? And then they didn't even inspect it because I looked at it, thought this, I paid for a sticker. That's it. 1 hour, $250, absolutely. You're paying $130 as some TAs. Yep. Most things on your truck, if you have the tools, can be done in your own shop. Have a shop in your own big enough to fit the truck in is the hard part. GW, and we were talking in Zello the other day. Now, this guy, my buddy had this shop in town. You know, John Keel owned Spencer's here in town. Now, somebody has bought that building. Now, when I get on my feet, I don't know what he's going to do to that building, but I'm going to find out. And he's got like 7 bays in there. And I'm going to see if I could just rent a bay. If I can, one, rent a bay per hour, or just rent the motherfucker and it's mine. I'm going to see if I could do that. Because that's going to be a hell of a bit difference. That's going to be a huge difference. So he's got all those bays, and I don't know if he just bought it to buy it, or if he plans on putting in a fucking diesel shop. But I'm going to see if he'll rent me just the bay. See if he can just rent me a bay. He's got like 2 or 3 bays that'll fit a truck and trailer in it. You know, the other bays will do a truck or trailer. You know, you can put a trailer in a bay, but you can't put both. He's got maybe 5 of those. But I'm going to see if I can rent one out, if I can figure out who the fuck owns it. Look up Ohio Surplus. I see that, DJ Bolin. Ohio Surplus, I see that all the time. Have not found the place, though. Have not been by it. Did a lot of my own work. It was sensors and tech-related things. Stumped me. Are you booking day off, James Best? Are you booking day off? Or day of? I have. I have, Sean. Because there's some receivers I'm not sure how long it's going to take. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to unload, so I don't want to book a fucking load yet. Ghost out there slaying the lot lizards. Fuck yeah, baby. Ohio Surplus is a Forest, Ohio. One day I'm going to take a drive down there and check it out. They got lots of cool stuff. Everything's brand new. That's it, DJ. He gets like pallets of shit. Like he gets like fuck tons of tires. I see like alternators, transmissions, the fucking the seats. I mean, it's like there ain't nothing he can't get his fucking hands on. OEM turbos. I mean, yeah. TJ, we're leaving out Friday. We got a load picking up Friday in Dubuque, Iowa, going to Buckeye, Arizona for Monday. So we got home yesterday, and we'll be rolling out Friday. But we need that money. We need that money. I was considering staying home till Monday because I was looking at the load board. If I can't get, because I'm looking for a big money pay. So if I can't get it on Friday to Monday, if they're not going to pay shit to sit on it or get the miles, then I'll just leave, see if there was a Monday load. Friday wasn't looking all that great for a little while, but then Alan Lunn had this load, and I snagged that bitch. Snagged it. And, see, these guys, These guys had it listed for. I wanted 3,200. That was my top dollar. I wanted 3,200. They had it listed for 2,800 on the DAP board. So I emailed just trying to verify. Okay, what am I hauling here? You know, blah blah bullshit. Appointment times, confirm appointment times, because they'll say like picks up at this time, delivers at this time, but they don't put dates. So it could be Sunday for all I fucking know. So I always email and ask them appointment times and commodity, and then they'll do that, and then they'll throw out the rate. And of course they put out the posted rate, and they said 18. So or 28. So I called him. I said, can we get to 32 on this? Says, no, we ain't got that in it. The best we can do is probably 29. I said, I'll take it for $3,000. I'll take it for $3,000. Nice even number. And he says, well, hold on. Blah blah bullshit. 3 minutes might pass. Yeah, we can't do that. We gotta stay at 29 right now. I said, that's cool. You got time yet? He says, if things change, I'll call you. I said, that's fine. So in the email, which I emailed this like a day or two prior, I emailed back in a response. I said, can we get to $3,000? And he says, yep. Sending you the Raycon now. Done. So even though they won't talk to you on the phone and give you the fucking money, they'll do it over an email. I mean, they didn't even come back saying, well, we could do 29. They just said, yep, we'll do it. How much easier can this fucking get? Because I did not want to do it for 29, right? I did not want to do it for 29. I mean, $3,000's my number. 32 would have been my dream number. Like, if we can get to 32, I'm fucking golden, right? Because you're still going to have Oklahoma tolls and all that shit, and then you're going to pay the New Mexico bullshit, $3,000. That's my need money. I want, it's a want money. I don't need it. I could ran it for 28. I want the 3. I would like to get 32, but 29, we're close, and it is a Friday load, and there wasn't a lot of Friday loads, to be honest with you. They probably could have moved it for the 28, but in the email, bing bang bada boom. Sold, baby, sold. It's getting cold. Please don't get Angel outside. No, Angel, listen, I'm right. I'm outside with her, but I put her inside. We already took her in. Don't work too hard, Randall. Exactly. Glad to see you. It's been a minute. It has been, TJ. It's potential. Now, there's a lot of times we're doing straight 10s. So, now granted, we're not getting a lot of even a 2-hour unload. So, I wouldn't be doing a lot of live feeds anyway. But with the wife in the truck, live feeds is just not my jam. I'll usually be on the phone with people or I'm in Zello, Now, Zello is still alive, folks. So, feel free to go to Zello app. I mean, we ain't the NFG. We're not going to, dog you to fucking... We're not going to shit on you and act like fucking, like assholes to you. So if you're bored and you're driving, I mean, bop into fucking Zello. See what's cracking. Especially now that I'm on the road. Now, if I'm not on the phone, GW's back on the road, so GW gets in there a little more often. Moet's still sitting at home, so he'll usually come in around 2 or 3 in the afternoon when he wakes up. Sean, I never see Sean's in there. He never speaks up. And then, who else is in there? Tennessee Matt's in there for all your air conditioning needs. Zach comes in from time to time. Organized Chaos, not very often, but he's there. It's been too long. I've already watched last year's fantasy football video 7 times the last 4 weeks. Oh, Brandon, I love you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, dude. I wish I would, you know, because I do love it. I mean, I love shooting shit with you guys, and I do love trucking. I love the industry, and you know, in everything about it. But it's just, you know, I'm preoccupied sometimes, you know. Do people communicate better today on voiceless? I don't know. Voiceless, you mean like email? No, they really don't. But a lot of them are going to it because they can't understand what the fuck you're saying. So, you know, they prefer email so they can understand, you know. Yeah, 3,000 is Black Friday victory. I'm telling you, baby, Barry, I'm not bitching, man. And Arizona, it's Buckeye, Arizona, so it's west of Phoenix, 26 miles out of Phoenix. Great fucking market, dude. I should be able to pull almost $2 out of Arizona, depending on where I want to go. I could pull $2 or better out of Arizona. I mean, I could get two something to go into Los Angeles. I might go to Los Angeles. You never know. I like to have more time off so I could fucking hang out with SoCal for a couple days, to be honest with you, and West Coast Fatty. I like to, you know, maybe even Red Hawk, you know, but it's just money, money, money. You know, I just don't have that downtime. I don't have that availability. I wish I did. But if I'm going to look at the California market, because I might snag that one to LA. And I'm going to see what's coming out of maybe LA, Lancaster, something, and see, okay, could I spend a couple days in Cali and make a good rate coming out of Cali? If I can do that, I might do that. Gotta learn this Zello shit. I will have to research on how it works. Dude, just download the app. And then in the channel name, it's kind of a big deal. Just look up kind of a big deal in the channel, and you'll find it. And then boom, big bag, billa boom. Just log in, brother. And you're there. Be getting lazy sometimes. Hell, I got to do more YouTube as well. Yeah, man. I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana. On my way to Columbus, Ohio. See, Gary? Columbus, Ohio. You know, Columbus used to be my hotbed. Columbus and Cincinnati. And what it's turned into is nothing but fucking beer loads. Heavy ass shit. It's like, God. And now I remember why Jeffrey Light got a fucking alcohol permit. 'Cause that's all you're fucking pulling. I mean, it's like, God damn. An alcohol permit's only like $5 or $10 or something in Ohio. It's not that big of a deal. But it's like, son of a bitch, man. I've just not been in the Midwest fucking off. I'm loving the Florida, the North Carolinas, the Texas, Louisiana, Alabama. I've just been loving that south side market. I just been loving that market. Been easy, man. Easy. And there's no fucking around. Dude, you could go from Florida to Shreveport and not have a lick of problems. I love it. I absolutely fucking love it. Just heard Ohio Turnpike is shut down to all commercial vehicles until Monday. No shit. What should be coming out of Cali? It's all the people with a brain. That's true. Will the Vegas soaking tub boys be back? Oh, Atlanta. One day. The reality is Vegas is dying. As soon as they got greedy with money, they got rid of the free foods and the buffets and all that shit. Vegas has kind of gone down. Vegas has gone down so much that even the locals don't even fuck around with them anymore. Checking in from the Keystone. Happy holidays to you and yours. Sean Ferriman, you too, brother. I can't wait for Sean Ferriman to have best motor carriers on the side of his truck. One of these days, baby. One of these days. Gary, you're hauling reefer now. I seen that on Facebook that I thought you were good at that first place. I mean, you didn't say anything negative, which, you know, that's always good that you don't shit on your, you know, your company and stuff like that. But I thought, oh, finally Gary, you know, found a little niche or something. But yeah, it's. I feel for you, Gary. You've had a tough fucking year, man. 2026 is going to be our year. 2026 is going to be our year, baby. I firmly believe that. You going to go live tomorrow? No, I'm going to say all I need to say today, Unfiltered. Dude, my life ain't that exciting. And I don't get half drunk enough to carry on for 2 days in a row. I just don't. So my alcohol content has dropped big time. And I absolutely will have nothing to say tomorrow. Nothing. Need to have that Bama gear. Oh, I know. I need to pack that motherfucker is what I need, T-Bone. Maybe I can get free biscuits. Maybe I can get free biscuits. We do like the wife likes the fucking red beans and rice. We usually go to the Petro at Shreveport and they've got it, but they were sold out last time we were there. Pope Leo said your donations are lacking. Back to work, Mr. Best. Yeah, yes. Vegas, baby. We'll be there Friday. I'd love to go again. I'd love to have another shindig, but we got to just get people in a better place financially so we could do it without breaking the bank. Yeah, best motor carriers on the side of my trike. 10-4. Absolutely, Tennessee. Driving for Prime? All right. Well, they'll keep you moving, I think. I think they'll keep you moving. Hopefully you do well there, brother. I'm praying for you, Gary. I'm praying for you. It's because of weather the reason why Ohio Turnpike shuts down for trucks. Roll Tide, Bailey. On your way to Dubuque, stop and grab some yard sale. Oh, God, TJ. I'm telling you. 2026 is definitely going to be my year. 2027 will really be my year. There you go, Rans. I'm telling you, man. 2025, and I see it a lot even on YouTube, you know. I'm seeing a lot of people fucking struggling. And not just in the trucking industry, but just in a lot of everything. A lot of people are having a fucking tough go at life. This year, I don't know what it was. But I'm telling you, man, the shit's turning. The shit's gonna and I don't give a shit if the shit turns bad. I just have that belief that 2026 is going to be a good fucking year. And I'm not talking we need like a $3 market to be good. You know, that would be fantastic. But I think just like shit's gonna fall in place is what I think. I think shit's gonna fall in place. I think connections are gonna be made, whether it's relationships or what. Something's gonna fucking happen. Something's gonna fucking positive's gonna happen. I think in 2026, and I think I don't know what it is, but I feel pretty good about 2026. I really do, and I might just, you know, maybe like January 3rd, I'm gonna say fuck 2026, but you know, I don't know. I just got a good feeling about next year. I think that we survived this year. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we survived this year, dude. If we could do this year, we could do any year and make it look easy. You know what I'm saying? I think we could make it look easy. I think we could do it. Yep, my truck is black. The logos will look good. Absolutely it would, baby. Absolutely. Since Las Vegas is out, can I suggest a beach? Remember who suggested you guys go to that beach? That was funny. Yeah, fucking Thor. Yes, let's all get in our man thongs and hang out by the beach together and put oil on each other. Jesus fucking Christ. Thor, I love you, but the beach? I'd rather... Pigeon Forge would be fucking awesome. Getting an Airbnb for the weekend would be awesome. I mean, now Vegas, you have the potential of making money in Vegas versus, you know, Pigeon Forge is going to be nothing but a loss, right? You're going to, it's just going to be a cost. You're not going to win anything. But Vegas can pay for itself sometimes. But man, Pigeon Forge for a weekend would be all right. But a beach, goddamn, dude. Yeah, cancer does suck, Tennessee. Absolutely. And I think your wife she's about done with her treatments and stuff. So I'm thinking 2026, man, is going to be a great fucking year. I'm hoping these shots for Lorraine work and she can kind of settle down her fucking kidneys and shit. And bing bang, we're banging, man. I think we're going to be I think next year's going to be fucking banging. I think it will. Got myself way over my head. I may be filing for bankruptcy and starting over. I think that's the best move for me. Gary Cook, listen, I'm contemplating it also myself. I can't do bankruptcy yet until I fail at trucking. Because if I do bankruptcy now, I keep the truck. Well, if I fail at trucking, then now I owe on the truck still, and I don't want that. Obviously, I want a clean slate if I go bankrupt. So I'm not going to go bankrupt until I fail. So I'm just going to fucking dig myself out of this goddamn hole I'm in, and kick some fucking dick in the dirt. Time to jack off. God, isn't that a wonder? The best time of the day is like you've made that decision. Like you've prepped yourself all day. Like when am I going to be able to rock one out? And now is the time. Like now is the time. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm happy for you. I wish it was my time. I wish it was my turn, Arabian. Imagine fat truckers at beach oiling each other up. What the fuck? That sounds. Go to the beach. Yeah, that's exactly. That's exactly what I want to do. Oh, fuck cancer, absolutely. James, did you play guitar for the Doobie Brothers? No, I played the guitar. Our band was what the fuck was it? Something Overdrive. What the fuck was it? I can't remember. We had a band in our basement. I think maybe it was just Overdrive was the name. Overdrive? I know it was Overdrive, but I can't remember. It's not Maximum Overdrive. That'd be a movie, but I think it was something. And we only called it Overdrive because I had an overdrive pedal for the guitar, and I liked that overdrive pedal for whatever reason. I can't remember what the fucking overdrive did. It did make it sound good. I did like it. Especially in the power chords. But, yeah, I think it's, yeah. I don't know. Not the Doobie Brothers, though. Yep, same boat, bro. Bad decisions on my part. All crashes down to that. Absolutely. Fuck, that shit was funny back in the day. Beach versus Vegas. Yeah. Dude, I love Thor. Oh my god, it's fucking windy as shit, dude. God damn. Is this supposed to storm or something? Holy shit. God damn, fuck, it's getting cold. I might have to go inside. God damn. That just fucking came in out of nowhere. Holy shit. Doing Vegas in March 24? Well, maybe we'll chase you up there. Trying to convince James to do a New Orleans trip. They fly Houston, and we all drive over together. Dude, we'll just park in Houston. I mean, we're not flying anywhere. We're not getting any home time anytime soon. So it's not like I'm going to be home for a fucking week and, hey, let's fly down to whatever. Dude, we'll just park. We'll just park down there. We're not doing anything. We're not going to have weeks of home time ever, James has a bigger beard than you now. Oh, Pony Boy, don't say that. We've had snow flurries today. Nothing sticking though. SoCal's back. Picked up the new flatbed lane. Attaboy. Attaboy. Go hang out in the basement. I might have to, Rands. Vegas 3 times next year. April, July, and September. Ah, damn. They must love you. Dude, they're getting hard up. I mean, if you can get to that level that you're at, they're trying to get people to come in. But their rooms are so expensive, and the food's expensive, and fuck, dude, everything's so goddamn expensive that Vegas isn't as attractive as it used to be. And there's casinos everywhere now. So Sin City isn't Sin City. Now you got a bunch of fucking... The only difference between Vegas and a casino anywhere is the guy sitting playing fucking buckets. I mean, seriously. That's it. Vegas doesn't have the fun shit it used to have. I mean, they just overpriced everything. The free buffets are gone. Like, you could afford to gamble. Years ago, you could afford to gamble. Now you can't even afford to gamble because you got to eat. I mean, it's gotten... And now, unless you get the comps and all that other shit. But can't afford to even gamble anymore. Offering double points if you book in midweek. Get free rooms, free food, and 35 free... Oh, I'd go too then. 3,500 free play. Yeah, sign me the fuck up also. Vegas Strip has better looking babes than the casino in Iowa. Don't I fucking know it. But I'm a married man, so I'm not looking for the babes. Not looking for the babes, pointy boy. But you got a point, you know. The difference between best beard and my beard is I have... Listen, I got a little bit of color. Right? Don't I? I mean, not much. I mean, I am stressed out a little bit. I get flights in a room for 4 nights, 1,200, 1,600, but need 4K spending. Yeah, that is true, 2-4. Iowa has the best steaks. They might, Atlanta. It's been so long since I've had a steak. I think my wife and I's goal is at that Danny Sports Bar. They got a chef there, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. I don't know what he is, but they do have that. What is that fucking? That big old fucking steak with a bone on it. Tomahawk. They have a tomahawk steak there. It's $70. So when the wife and I are on top and we get all the shit fixed on the truck and we get a little bit of extra loot, tomahawk steak, we're going to share it, of course, but we're going to rock out that tomahawk steak one time. We've been eyeing that thing from day one, you know. Yeah, you got to have the salt and pepper, baby. I got a lot of salt, not a lot of pepper. And that's everywhere. I'm thinking if I grow my hair longer, I think I might get more white, you know. Damn you, James. 1 per person, you, sir, are married. Save the rest of us for the single slots. Yeah, I'm a catch, buddy. I'm a fucking catch. Yep. Share it. You're all white, James Best. Buy 2 of them. There you go. No, we're not going to buy 2 of them. That's too expensive. $140 for 2 steaks. I ain't never and will never, you know. Not doing it. Fremont Straight is great until the weekend when it becomes a giant dance trope competition. Yeah. You know, I had different expectations of Fremont Street, to be quite honest with you. I thought Fremont Street was going to be... I know it was like an outdoor fiesta. But I thought there was going to be like outdoor seating, outdoor bars, where you could just like sit at a table with a bunch of fucking dudes and just watch the world go around. It ain't. Because I was telling Froy, I say, Froy, don't we want to go early so we could get seats? You know, because I was thinking that's because he says, oh, there's outdoor bars and all this other shit. So, well, don't we want to go early? And he kind of looked at me like I was fucking crazy. Like, why the fuck do you want to go early? You know? And then when we got there, it's like, well, now I know because there ain't shit. There ain't shit. Yeah, there's outdoor bars if you want to eat, you know, children's drinks, you know, the little fucking ices. I mean, if you want to do ices, yeah, go ahead. But other than that, it wasn't worth a fuck. I thought it was going to be like outdoor bars where you could sit outside and drink beer, watch the world go around. Not the case, dude. Not the fucking case. It's just mayhem, you know. What did you say, Santa Best? I want a T680 and a pre-funded maintenance account for Christmas. Oh, Tennessee. Done. Bing, bing. POV, you're on Santa's lap, and he's had one too many. Democrats have been exposed in 2020. Oh, absolutely, Johnny. And this is why I think 2026 is going to be the best. I think 2026 is going to be a great fucking year. We got Trump with a fuck ton of momentum. We've got the illegals, you know, doing their thing, crossing the border the opposite direction. We got the drug boats going down. We got Venezuela. We're fucking ready to fucking hit a war with those sons of bitches. We're getting rid of the illegal fucking truck drivers that do 90% of crime is illegals, or not illegals, but the whatever the bullshit you call them. Dude, I'm telling. I just think 2026 is gonna be a great fucking year. It's gonna be a great fucking year. And the Democrats in 2026, Democrats might single-handedly kill the Democratic Party. Single-handedly may kill the Democrat Party, where we won't see a Democrat Party for 2 more elections, at least. The park at New York was the shit. All of us drinking outside, having a great time. Absolutely, that was a good time, brother. It was absolutely a good fucking time, and that's what I like: sitting outside, conversate, not sitting in a room or at the bar. But like sitting outside and watching the world move around you and still conversating and having a good time. Dude, that's the best part of Vegas. That's the best part of Vegas is like-minded people hanging out, drinking beers, having a good fucking time. And then sometimes you talk business, sometimes you talk shit. It's fucking fantastic, dude. I love when a bunch of us go to Vegas, like-minded people, you know? That go to fucking Vegas and can bounce ideas off or whatever, you know? And it doesn't happen all day. You might only get an hour or so of it. But I'm telling you, that hour is worth it. You know? The hour is worth it. That hour is exciting to get to. It really is, man. I always look forward to it, especially because you get the standard regulars that end up coming, but then you get some other people that show up that haven't gone before, and man, I cherish it, man. I'd love to do another one, but I don't think I got enough following or enough anything that somebody's going to come out of pocket a couple grand and time off of work to go to Vegas. I just don't think I've got that. I don't have that circle or, you know, of a following that people would be interested in hanging out with me, you know, and going to Vegas and hanging out with me. I just don't see it doing it. But man, it would be great if we did. It would be great if we did. Just one more time. One more time. Why are we going to war with Venezuela? Isn't it Venezuela? The fucking drugs? Yeah, it's Venezuela, ain't it? Starts with a V. Sitting on Santa's best lap isn't fun unless he's had one too many. Yes. Yep, the Durkas. Do you still see a lot of non-English speaking truckers on the road you travel? Oh, absolutely, Pony Boy. Absolutely. Do you ever get a massage service come on to your room in Vegas? I have not. Well, that one time JT bought a prostitute and brought her to my room. That was uncomfortable, to say the least, you know. I love people watching, man. 2-4, that's the best fucking part. Just set a date, James. I will line my trip up to your meetup. Dude, 24, that'd be tits, man. I mean, especially now that I'm in the truck, I could just go there, you know. But we got to have the fucking loot, you know. We got to have the loot to be able to do it. You know, you know, not so much take the time off, but just to enjoy it, you know. The last time I was there, I mean, I lost all my money, well, majority of my money in the first fucking hour, because I was playing that goddamn Baccarat, thinking I've got a system. I didn't have a system. I lost over half my money in fucking 3 goddamn hands. So, you know, I was penny pinching. Any other time I went to Vegas, I was playing on the last time I went to Vegas, you know. So I was playing on house money every time. But this last time I lost that house money. Do you ever gotta take BOC to Vegas? Dude, Atlanta, dude, I love BOC. I mean, I used to fucking hate the son of a bitch, but man, I really I've really acquired a love for him, you know. Like, I wish nothing but the best for the dude. Really, that whole going to Vegas, that whole and the oddity of that shit. But that's the kind of guy BOC is, the kind of guy that I am. Like, we were at you know, bumping fucking heads with each other on YouTube. Then out of nowhere, BOC says, "Hey, you want to go to Vegas? I'll book you a fucking flight to Chicago. We'll meet up in Chicago and we'll fly out to Vegas. You want to go? I'm picking up that cab over and then we'll drive it back." I can't drive because I'm not leased on. I'm not leased on with BOC. But you know, I'll be his little sidekick. I said, "Fuck yeah, dude, that'd be awesome." You know, didn't even think twice about it. You know, didn't even think fucking twice about it. And that whole fucking thing, man, I'll love BOC forever because of it. Just that fucking weekend there. Now, even though we weren't able to drive the cab over, but that cab over trip would have been a fucking riot, dude. It would have been a fucking riot. But shit was fucked up on it, and the load was way too heavy. We scaled out, and he just said, fuck it. Now, had we been more patient, we could have maybe found another load that was lighter, but man, I'll always love love BOC, because he's just such a he is a good fucking dude, man. He is. I miss the basement. God, so do I, brother. So do fucking I. Would you like to meet Elite Podcast event? I would meet Elite. Absolutely. Listen, anything bad that Elite has ever said about me, the worst thing he could have ever done to me, he fixed. So I got no issues with Elite. I got no issues with nobody. I don't have issues with fucking Narc. I don't have issues with Elite. I don't have issues with fucking nobody. I mean, I'm 52 years old. I ain't got time to have squabbles over YouTube and he said, she said shit. And as far as Elite, absolutely I'd like to meet Elite. You know? Like I said, the worst thing that ever happened was a whole wife beating shit, and fucking Elite was the only one that would fucking look at the fucking truth of it and actually clear it up. Now, granted, he said some nasty shit, but everybody says nasty shit. I've said nasty shit. How can I be upset about what Elite said about me when I've said shit about TC Boggs and TC Boggs' fucking kids and shit? How am I any fucking better? How can I hold a grudge over someone who's talked shit on me when I've said just as bad, if not worse, shit to somebody else? I'm not holding any grudges to anybody. I'm not holding anybody up to a higher standard than I'm going to hold myself up. And if I'm a fucking shitbag, and if you're going to be a shitbag, I deserve what I get, because I've probably done worse, and I've probably said worse. So, no, I'm not. I don't hold grudges against nobody. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Narc, Elite, BOC. I mean, look at BOC, dude. BOC and I were like fucking at each other. I mean, that guy was doing an investigation on my EIDL money. He was calling the fucking government on my ass. I mean, we were like fucking at each other. And now I love him. I mean, I really dig fucking BOC. You know, I do anything for him. So you take that, and then because I don't have it in me to hold a fucking grudge. It's just I got other shit to do than to dislike and hate on somebody. I just ain't got it in me. I ain't. It was and back then it was like a one-hit wonder. I'd fucking say it and I'd bitch and I'd say shit I regretted instantly as soon as it came out of my fucking mouth. Because I'm telling you guys, and I've said this before, when I was getting fucking hemmed up on fucking YouTube and was entertaining you guys, I woke up every fucking morning with nothing but fucking regret. Every fucking morning. I woke up with regret of what I did that night before. With knowing and understanding half of the shit I did. Half of what I did. Not all of it. Because I don't remember all of it. But I remember half of it. And I would wake up with fucking regret. Every fucking time. I have zero desire to fucking do that shit again. Zero fucking desire. I'm not that fucking tough guy who's gonna carry a fucking grudge and knock you out in a fucking truck show, or if I see you in a truck stop, beat the shit out of you or do any of that. I don't have the hate in me, or I don't hold a fucking grudge for stupid shit. If I'm gonna spend that type of energy on hate, I'd rather spend my energy on something that's gonna be more beneficial to me. But getting an assault charge or a stalking charge or anything else charge, that shit ain't worth nothing to me. I'm not looking for street cred. I'm not looking to be a fucking badass on YouTube. I'm not. I mean, I like having a good time, but see, my good time can turn into a very bad time. And like I said, I would wake up in the mornings after those 16-hour fucking, those rants and the throat fuckings of children and all of that shit would just haunt me the next day. Would haunt me. And then I knew the repercussions of all the videos that were going to come out after that. And not that it wasn't beating myself every morning after those videos. I had to fucking deal with it weeks after the fact. Weeks after the fact. For what? All for what? Because I don't hate fucking nobody. I don't hate nobody. I don't hold grudges to nobody. And I mean, if I don't have a grudge to BOC, then how can I have a grudge with anyone? Because everything else is just words. You know? I'm just not that fucking guy. I'm just not that guy. As entertaining as it may have been, it did more damage to me, and it hurt me more emotionally and physically and mentally the day after. Because it was like, God damn. I remember talking to Sage. Because Sage, I'm not going to bring up any. I'll just say, Sage has had similar situations. Experienced similar situations. And so he understood what I was going through, like the mornings after and shit. And it's like, I just can't do it. You know, my persona on fucking YouTube is that I'm just a fucking raging alcoholic. I mean, drinking all day. Now, I would only go live once, twice a week or something, but I'm drinking excessively on YouTube. Well, who the fuck wants to be like contracted to that? Like, you think I want to sign my truck on over to you if you're going to act like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, unless you're that raging alcoholic and you're going to be partying every day in your fucking truck, driving around with a gallon of fucking whiskey, trying to pass it off as a gallon of fucking piss. That's all I'm going to attract. And it's not me. It's not me. I mean, anytime that we've gone to Vegas, yes, I'll drink all day, but I'm drinking all day. It's an all-day affair. I'm not getting hemmed up. I'm not falling down. I mean, other than that one time where tequila was being purchased. I'm not a tequila guy. Yeah, that got out of fucking hand. And I had to hear about that for weeks afterwards. Weeks afterwards. I should never have gone live. If I'd never gone live, those shots of tequila would never have been purchased. The incidents that followed after that would never have fucking happened, and everyone would have been hunky-dory. But you don't think that I felt like a total fucking ass the day after that? Of course I did. Of course I did. So it's that guilt every fucking time that I gotta deal with. I just don't want to be that fucking guy. I can't build this career being that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to wake up in the morning and have regret. I like to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I think we had a pretty good fucking conversation last night. That's what I want to wake up thinking. That's what I want to wake up thinking, that we had a pretty good conversation. Not to think, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have said this, should have said that. You know, hey, I really fucking ripped this guy a new asshole. Because none of that shit matters to me. Ripping an asshole and talking shit on somebody doesn't fucking do shit for me. It entertains your asses, but it fucking tears me apart. It does me no fucking good. I just don't want to be that guy. And if YouTube has to be that, then I'll just leave YouTube. I got no desire for that shit. So this is as good as it's going to get. Throwing beer cans and doing all that shit, those days are over. I mean, the shit ain't happening no more. I got no desire for it. My heart ain't in it. I'm 52. I'm too fucking old. I got better shit to fucking do than be on YouTube ranting fucking lunatic, talking shit on people I don't even fucking know. You know? I mean, I get pretty passionate about some politics shit. You know, if it comes to trucking and shit, whether it's food stamps and all this other shit, I don't give a shit. You know, if it's people storming into Targets and shutting them down and Target leaves the neighborhood, well, tough shit. You did that to your own self. That shit I don't get involved with. I don't care. I don't care how somebody wants to tear their own city apart. I do care about the trucking industry, and I'd like to talk about that. But some things are just like oversaturated, like this non-domicile shit. I mean, yeah, you could go hours and hours on it, but you're not fucking saying anything that somebody else hasn't said 100 fucking times. You guys have heard it all. There ain't nothing I can say that you ain't fucking heard. And the reality is I'm getting my information in the same place as you. You might have more information than I do. And very likely that you do have more information than me. So then I'm speaking on shit that I know half of the information on. So I'm just regurgitating somebody else's bullshit. That's all. That's all I'm doing. And I don't want to do that either. I don't want to regurgitate shit. I just want to talk about me. That's all I want to talk about. Me, talk about you, talk about whatever. But getting fucking drunk out here and throwing a fucking fit, those days are over, folks. I have zero intentions of fucking doing it again. Because no one's attracted to that. It's entertaining as it is, but it kills the fuck out of me. It's too much for me. I don't want to wake up with regret and remorse and wish I hadn't done that. You know, and I stopped doing apology videos a long time ago. And I should never have stopped doing apology videos. I should have kept doing apology videos because I owe a lot of people fucking apologies. But the fact that I have to make apologies or feel that I should apologize, that's a shit I don't want to live with anymore. I don't want to have to apologize after doing a live stream or any live stream, much less every goddamn live stream. I don't want to have to apologize to people. I just don't. I'd rather have a positive culture and a positive mindset and wake up in the morning and think that, hey, we had a pretty good conversation and not regret ever getting on YouTube. I don't want to regret getting on YouTube. And I don't do YouTube that often. And if I have a moment where I regret it, I'll be done. I'll be off of YouTube altogether. Because I don't think I have it anymore. You know, I don't have it for YouTube anymore. I don't think I'll ever monetize. I'll never fucking do anything with YouTube. I'll never have a following that I maybe once did. I'm not going to have the passion for YouTube until I just, like for 6 weeks, I didn't have, I didn't fucking do any YouTube. Well, today, wife is cleaning. She's doing her thing. These are the days I'm going to YouTube just to shoot shit with like-minded people. And that's all I want to do is shoot shit. I don't want to instigate fights. I don't want to shit on nobody. I don't want to do anything. But if I get fucked up, I probably will, and I don't want to. because I don't want to have that fucking regret. I don't want it anymore. Maybe I don't want this anymore. I love these conversations, but if those conversations are going to make me feel regret in the morning, then I'll just do without the conversations, you know. I miss the attic more. The attic. BOC was thinking about leaving you in the desert. DJ Bolin, I see, that's one fear I did have. I'll be honest with you. Because that was a time like Nevada was doing the booking his own loads, and I was like on his ass because like how you're negotiating is wrong. Like you're sitting here with a calculator, you don't even have a number in your brain, you're just like blowing it out there. And I was thinking, what if these motherfuckers, BOC, which I've had problems with, and in fucking Nevada, which I've been shitting on YouTube, while he's trying to book loads and shit, negotiate, and what if these motherfuckers are gonna, what if these motherfuckers are gonna put me in the fucking sand somewhere, you know? It did cross my mind. Believe me, it did cross my fucking mind. But once I seen BOC in the fucking Chicago airport, man, that thought left. That thought left. Oh, that cab over trip would have been fucking tits, T-Bone. It would have been fucking tits, man. God, it would have been so fucking fun. And BOC's just fun to hang around with. I mean, he's just got that pizzazz, you know? I just love hanging out with BOC. He's a fucking good dude. Set a date 2-4. I can't set a date, man, because I don't know where my money is. You know? I'll set a date when I have the money and I can set a date. But right now, I don't know when. I don't know when I can make it. It would be a killer trip, GW. Absolutely. I'm coming further than y'all's. Nova Scotia ain't close. Let's go. We are running out of time. 2-4, I hear you, brother. Me and Narc are good friends now. There you go. See, Narc's not a bad dude. I mean, he does some off-the-wall shit, but mostly it's provoked. And sometimes it don't even need to be provoked. I mean, he'll just go after somebody that trips his trigger. I mean, Narc was gone for quite a while, and then Coach came back, and that kind of fired Narc back up again. But listen, the reality is the drama shit. I don't care. You know, I don't care. I just don't want to be a part of it. You know, I don't want to have to defend myself. I don't want to do any of it. You know, I'd rather just get fucking along with people. You know. I just want to get along. Because the hate and discontent shit, I ain't got it. I got better shit to do with my energy, you know. I know nobody's stopping me, Rands. You can make Vegas 2026 happen. It can. Sober James is such a peacemaker. I am. That's called growth, James. There you go, Moet. Did the Wyoming Cowboys at Vegas get your forgiveness? No, they did not. Atlanta, no, they did not. I never apologized, and yeah, they never said I forgive you. So yeah, those Wyoming Cowboys did not. You know what I'm saying? Golly, what a fucking shitbag move, man. What was I even fucking thinking? I was out of my fucking mind. Fucking stupid. People need to check out from the neck up from someone. Yeah, it's Godshaw, that's true. No more cunts? Yeah, I try my best. A lot of people love your YouTube persona, but they also don't know the real James. You are good people. I appreciate that, brother. And I try to be, you know. And I'm not trying to be a fucking outcast shitbag. Really enjoy when you get on here and talk and have a good time. Much respect. Brandon, appreciate you, brother. That last half hour was some of the best, James' best, I've heard in a while. I appreciate that, Rig Pig. No need for all the wild bullshit. Right on. Dear Santa Claus, you are at the North Pole. No, I'm that, what is that, the new one, the fat man? Have you guys seen that on Netflix, man? Dude, that's a must watch. Fat Man. It's got Mel Gibson in it, dude. Love it, man. What a great fucking flick. I might watch that again tonight before I go to bed. What a great fucking flick, man. Man, it's a good movie. Fat Man. God, it's awesome. It might look corny, but man, I really dug that movie. And it's been a long time since I seen Mel Gibson in anything, and I've always liked Mel Gibson, but man, that's movies of fucking tits. That movie's a fucking tits. You know, the benefit of being this goddamn cold is the beer ain't getting any warmer. The beer ain't getting any warmer, baby. Oh. Smashed my fucking fingernail. Now I got half of a new one. You're not going to see it. I got half of a new one. Then I smashed this motherfucker. Oh, yeah. See, I got a blood blister in this one. I smashed this one throwing a fucking tire on the back of the fucking truck. Because I was going to ratchet strap. Well, I did ratchet strap it. But I've already got one ratchet strap to the back of the truck. And I'm bobtailed. So I took the other steer tire and I ratchet strapped that onto the truck. And I got my finger pinched from the tire to the back of the fan of the APU and that corner. And it just fucking... I fucking nailed it. Nailed it fucking good. This one I hit with a fucking knife. I was doing, yeah, you can see a little bit of the new nail there in the middle. I was doing solar panels, and they were double stacked. Whatever, like these solar panel loads are, they rent old warehouses that are vacant. And they rent them, I guess, and they start unloading these. Well, the dock plate was like you can't, it's not a big enough hole. So they were having people put the tandems all the way back. I said, you need to bring the trailers down. You're too fucking high. You need the tandems all the way up to drop the tail of the trailer because you can't clear the top. So they started doing that. They still couldn't clear the top. And some of these solar panels were double stacked. And they got that thick fucking banding on there. So I was taking my pocket knife, and otherwise it'd take them forever. So if you helped downstack, then it gets unloaded faster. So I got this fucking knife. What is this thing? This is a CRKT knife. This is a one side blade knife. So there's nothing on this, right? You can't see it. And then this is your edge. Now what it's got a diamond bar inside. So every time you close the blade, it self-sharpens. It's a self-sharpening pocket knife. Now I still sharpen it. But you only sharpen one side, you don't sharpen two. Because it's like what would you call it? Like a razor. It's like that's the edge, but then this side doesn't have any edge. But it's got a little bit of an edge because I made that edge. But every time you close this knife, so this motherfucker will shave hair. And I fucking hit a strap and came through that motherfucker with such force. It wasn't even that, I don't even think it was that much. God damn, my pants are falling off. I'm pulling my pants down trying to fucking clip this fucking pocket knife. I have lost a little bit of weight. Hard telling, though. Son of a bitch. Hard telling, but I've lost a little bit of weight. But I hit the side of my finger and just cut this motherfucker up. And then that nail died, and now it's getting a new nail. So right there in the middle is where the new nail and old nail is coming together. And you can see the little bit of a scar where I fucking waylaid across my finger. Anyway, I'm bleeding like a goddamn bitch. And trying to get these goddamn solar panels off. Regardless, I haven't done a solar... Well, I'd like to say I've never done a solar panel since. I have not done a solar panel since my fucking trailer got fucked up. That I've not done a solar panel since then. And solar panels... There's some good money in solar panels, boys. There's some good money in fucking solar panels. Believe that shit. Very good money in solar panels. And I've never, problem with the solar panel load, you're going to pick up at a good fucking location, right? The pickup is easy. The delivery is going to be an abandoned fucking joint. No one knows nothing, and it's always chaos. There is no appointment. First come, first serve. It don't matter. Like that first one I took to Salt Lake City, dude, they had 200 fucking trucks coming in that day. 200 of these motherfuckers. And that's where I spent 5.5 hours standing in fucking line outside 98-degree weather trying to check in. I lost an entire fucking day at that goddamn place. But did I learn my lesson then? Oh no. Oh no, I did not. I did it about 5 times more. Why? Solar panels are good money. Solar panels are good fucking money. God damn. I do a solar panel every fucking day if they lasted, but they don't last. See, they're buying these solar panels and they're just stockpiling, waiting to sell them. They're not even sold yet. So I think it's like a bunch of government fucking money and shit that they're getting. And they're just buying them and stockpiling them. They're just holding them. Which then I think makes it look like, oh, there's a lot of solar panels. You know, solar panels. Well, we need to start making solar panels because people are buying them. Nobody's buying them. I mean, they're buying them waiting to sell them. But none of them have been sold yet. But that fucking day that was a good paying fucking load, though. That paid like $4,500. 40, what the fuck was it? 47? Might have been 47. From Greensboro, North Carolina, or South Carolina. It's Greensboro. Is that South Carolina? To fucking Salt Lake City, Utah. Easy fucking money, baby. Easy fucking money. God, if you could pull that once a week, like shoot back and grab another one, god damn, you'd be making money. North Carolina, there you go. Yep. No trouble keeping beer cold up here either. Set it outside for a while. But not too long, it'll become beer sickles. Dude, I love slushy beer, though, 2-4. I do. That's where I kind of keep my beer, like my 30-packs I'll put on the front porch. But we're not home long enough to buy 30-packs. You know, I just do 12s anymore. And I'll be lucky if I get through that. I'll be Randall beer. Yeah, I know you say only $2 a mile, Windsard, but it's a fucking 3-day run. 4-day run. That's decent money in my book. See, everyone bases their shit on, oh, my rate per mile, my rate per mile. See, this is where you guys are just like pissing in the fucking wind. Like, oh, my rate per mile. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I can get good rate. I live in Illinois. I could get good rate per mile all day long going from Illinois to Ohio, Michigan to Indiana, blah, blah, bullshit. I can get a great rate per mile, but I'm not getting any miles. So what does rate per mile mean at the end of the fucking week, right? I need revenue at the end of the week. In order to get revenue at the end of the week, and you need miles. You need to get more miles. Now, I know Windsard's the fucking master of fucking power only with JB Hunt. I get it. And you could sit home all day long with your paid off fucking, piece of shit. I love it. I love the fact that you could do it. I love the fact that you figured it out. I love it. I absolutely do. But the fact of the matter is this is not my fucking gig, right? And trucking is so versatile that you could do whatever you want and still survive. Are you going to get the best rate per mile? Of course not. But to get $2 a mile for that kind of fucking run, that's a good fucking rate for long mile, right? For the long miles, that's a good fucking rate. And that's a good revenue for the end of the fucking week. Now, you can piss all day long about rate per mile, but if you're not getting the fucking miles of that rate, what's it mean shit? I can brag, I can get $8 a mile going fucking 20 miles, but what's that doing me? Nothing. It's $16. It's not doing shit. It's not doing shit. I'm not making any money at the end of the week. I can brag that I'm making $8 a mile, and people think I'm doing 3,000 miles. But no, I'm not doing 3,000 miles. I'm doing 2. So who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about rate per mile at the end of the day, right? Who gives a shit at the end of the day? Who cares? I don't care. I mean, your rate per mile is your rate per mile. Your cost is your cost. Your joy is your joy. I'm not trying to take your joy, and I ain't trying to take your money, and I'm not trying to do fucking nothing. I don't give a shit, you know? I did an 87-mile load today for $650. See, the problem is it takes all day to make $650. I don't want that. I don't want that, dude. I don't want $650 a day shit. It's just not my thing, you know? Drink beer and stop sipping it, bitch. The problem is, when I'm doing all the fucking talking, what I should have done is went to StreamYard so I could let other people talk while I drink. This is what slows me down, is I got to do all the fucking talking. I should have done StreamYard so I can let you guys in, because that's where I get blasted, because then I'm just listening and drinking and then pounding beers. So that's where I get fucked up. On my way home from another localish load. Yeah, I get it. Listen, I did the localish load. I was running just the Midwest. I'm telling you, man, I just don't want to bump docks every day. I just don't want to. And if I lose cent per mile, then I lose cent per mile. I lose cent per mile. I don't give a fuck. I like the driving. The bumping docks and going and looking at the load board all day and trying to get the next load and the next load and the next load and just bumping docks and all this bullshit. I don't want it, man. All I want to do is drive. Just drive. I want to pick up. Tomorrow I'm going to pick up. I'm going to fucking drive all fucking day. And I'm going to shut down. And I'm going to drive all fucking day Saturday. And I'm going to drive all fucking day Sunday. And then I'm going to fucking deliver on fucking Monday. And then I'm going to pick up on Monday or Tuesday. And I'm going to drive all the rest of the fucking day. That's all I want to do, man. I just want to drive. I don't want to fucking stare at the load board every fucking day for a $650 fucking load. I don't want to. I'm looking at shit that pays, $3,000, $2,000. I'd rather do that. Will it take a day longer? Maybe. Was it going to cost more fuel? Probably. What do I give a fuck about fuel? It's 50 cents a mile. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? I'd rather drive. Now it's miles, James. You're putting miles on it. I get it. But I'm driving 62 mile an hour for 10 hours a day on cruise control. How much damage is I'm causing? Versus driving around fucking Ohio for an hour trying to get to my fucking next stop. And doing all this nonsense. Stop and go. Bumping fucking docks, all that bullshit. Or just 10 hours of 62 mile an hour. Just eating miles. What's more hard on a truck? I'd rather fucking just cruise all day, baby. That's all I want to do. Cruise all day. That's all. Oh, SoCal's piping in. What's SoCal texting me? I'm getting $1,500 to Vegas and $1,000 to $1,300. I don't give a fuck, SoCal. God damn, I hope you wipe your ass with $100 bills. That's how much I give a fuck. I hope you do, baby. I hope you do, you rich motherfucker. I hope you do. Wipe your asses with those $100 bills. I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to use Scott's tissue, baby. Wipe your ass with those $100 bills, you bragging motherfucker. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. Don't text me while I'm live. Of course you wanted it out there. You didn't want to put it out there yourself because that'd be bragging. So you fucking text me so I fucking read it and say it while I'm live. You just didn't have the balls to put it on yourself to say, I'm getting $1,500 to do this shit. What do you think? Then text me when I'm done with my live. Don't text me while I'm live. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing, baby? Of course I'm gonna fucking read it. I read it when I got a Cash App for $50 from Duluth. I read that. I mean, if you text me, I'm gonna say it. Don't text me if you don't want it out there. Goddamn. Oh, then you text, I'm going to text you my flatbed rate. Well, I didn't read that. I mean, why don't you let me read your comment before you do it? You know, because when I'm talking, the comments go away. So it's not like I'm looking at the comments. When I'm talking, the comments they're gone. That's just me and my pretty face. I don't see comments until I put my thumb on there, and then comments come up. We can share streams, I think. There you go. Well, it's not meant to get fucked up. You have shit to do tomorrow. Oh, I'm not going to get fucked up. It sounds like you want to be a company driver with great dispatcher. I don't want a dispatcher. I don't want to bump docks, vegan. I don't want to bump docks. I don't want a fucking dispatcher. I don't want to bump docks. I like the freedom of picking my own loads. I like the freedom that, hey, I'm done today. I'm not going to fucking book a load. I'm going to stay right here. Why? Well, maybe they got a great bar. Maybe they got a great restaurant. Maybe I'm just fucking over it. You know, maybe I just had a bad day. And I can just shut the bitch down. And I'll book a load for tomorrow. I like that freedom. I don't want to stare at the fucking load board every day and it's just go, 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 go. It reminds me of Walmart. I did that with Walmart and I did that with Jeffrey Lake. When I did Jeffrey Lake, the only long load I ever did was to Florida. And that's only because I was trying to make money. Because otherwise, I was Monday through Friday. So if I had a breakdown or I spent money on the truck, I would get a load to Florida for the weekend. And I would do my reset. And then what I do, I come home. The most I was out with Jeff was 10 days. That's the most I'd be out, just 10 days. That's it. And I was just going to Florida to get that extra push of loot. That's it. I just didn't want to bump docks, man. I don't. Back then I did because it was Walmart. You know, I was groomed with Walmart as just go, 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 bump dock, bump dock, bump dock. When I went to Jeff, I was playing the short game. I was doing just that. When I got out of trucking and did the carrier and I got out of the truck, when I got back in the truck, I liked the longer runs. And now that's all I do. That's what I want. I want the 2-day runs. If it ain't 2 days, I don't want it. I don't want to pick up today and deliver tomorrow. I want the long run. Period. Even out of Florida, I'll take a long run. I'll take a long run out of Florida. I don't give a fuck. I'm still making money at $1 a mile. I'm still making money. What the fuck do I care? What do I care? I'd rather make 50 cents a mile on a 1,000-mile run than spend $500 in fuel and made nothing. Lost 2 days of revenue and spent $500. I'd rather make $500 in 2 days and gotten into a better market than to leave at a 50-cent cost. That's just me. That's how I run my shit. You run your shit however you want. If you find like, oh, I'm not taking a cheap freight. I'm fucking deadhead. I don't listen, baby. You could do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care, dude. I truly don't care. I don't. You want a deadhead out of Texas? You want a deadhead out of Oklahoma? You want a deadhead out of Denver? I don't care. Just don't skin off my balls, baby. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've deadhead a good amount of mile to get a fucking load. I absolutely have. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not telling you I'm not going to take cheap freight. No, because maybe 127 miles away, I got the rate and go into the location I wanted to go because that's where I want to go. right? I go where I want to go. I don't go where the freight goes. I go where I want to fucking go. Like if I want to go to Phoenix, which I've been looking for an Arizona load for a while, this one popped up. Perfect. Especially after I spent all this money on the truck, I need a quick fix. I need that big ticket. Is it less than $2 a mile? Abso-fucking-lutely it is. Abso-fucking-lutely. But I don't give a fuck about cent per mile. I'm not worried about cent per mile. I don't have a cost per mile in my fucking brain. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about a cost per day. I don't give a shit about a cost per mile. I have a goal of making $5,000 a fucking week. Pretty meager. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. More times I get it, the better off I am. The less times I get it, then that's fine. I don't get it. Who gives a shit? Right? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Like these last 2 weeks I did 3,500. Why? Because shit just wasn't meshing. And maybe I stayed out too long. Maybe 7 weeks is too long. And I wasn't on top of my fucking game. Maybe I wasn't on top of my game. And I lost $1,500, at least $1,500, you know? But that's my game. I ain't fucking crying to you about it. I don't give a shit. I'm not looking for your approval or your acceptance. I don't fucking care, baby. I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I don't give a shit what you think about the fucking truck. I don't give a shit what you think about my carrier. I don't give a shit about nothing. I give a shit about me. I give a shit about me. I don't give a shit what you fucking think. Now, if you think, hey, James, you're fucking struggling, you're fighting for what you want, I wish there's so many fucking people that would love to be in your fucking shoes right now, and I'm proud of you, keep pushing. Now I love that. I love that. But the guys are saying, oh, that motherfucker, he's going to be out of business soon enough. Then fuck it. Then so be it, man. So be it. Let it be. If I go out of business, I've accepted going out of business the day the insurance company said that they were going to toll out my truck and I was out of business. I accepted it in about 30 minutes. I was on the phone with Quick Williams, getting set up to go to fucking night transportation and doing a fucking what you call it, orientation the following Monday. This was on Thursday, and I'm doing orientation on Monday. That's how much I gave a fuck. That's how much fight I had in me. I surrendered to it. I don't fucking care anymore. I'll go to fucking night transportation. I'll be there Monday. And that'll be the same plan if this all goes sideways. If this all goes upside down, you guys will be happy as fuck, and for me, it'll be just another fucking day. I'll be calling Quick Williams, saying, hey, give me your boy on the fucking phone. He's going to get his boy on the fucking phone, and he's going to set me up with fucking orientation. And I'm going to be on my fucking happy ass fucking way. I don't fucking care. And if I don't fucking care, why the fuck do you care? I mean, why would you care, like, you want me to fail, or you want me to succeed? I love the fact that you want me to succeed, because I'm not here to fail, right? I'm not doing this to fail. I'm doing this to succeed. But if it doesn't fucking happen, it don't happen. It doesn't happen. But the people that are waiting in line, waiting for me to fail, you might be waiting a minute. You might be waiting a minute. But you're all right. You're all right. Sounds like we're drinking? Hell yeah, baby. James, did you ever think about trying a Conestoga trailer? DJ Bolin, one, they're expensive. And two, this is the deal, dude. I am scared of heights. I am scared of heights. And walking on the edge of a trailer freaks me the fuck out, dude. It freaks me out. So yeah, you don't have to tarp it. You don't have to tarp it, but you still have to secure it. And sometimes you got to climb on that, and you're walking on the edge. And dude, I can't do the heights, man. I can't do the heights. I'm still outside. My hands are cold, but my beer's cold too, though. There's a nice spread sale. Consequence regular for sale by me. Yeah, spread axle. That'd be awesome. What's your plans for Thanksgiving? Thursday we're doing my mom's for Thanksgiving, and then we're rolling out Friday. I'd like to go longer home, but we just spent. Oh, I mean, we spent thousands of money, or thousands already last couple weeks. So we gotta get that big hit. We gotta get that big hit in the count. So Bonehead Truck is Ike Stevens, baby. What's up, baby? $1 a mile. That's tough. Overtime, $1 a mile. I mean, yeah, $1 a mile. You're doing better than $1 a mile out of Florida for the most part now. You're probably doing $1.25. Sometimes you might get $1.35 or something out of Florida. I mean, I did Florida to Texas for 1,500. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, granted, it was a 3-stopper, but they were all right there close to each other. That was a good rate. Get that money, baby. That is true, but the sign's not lit up because you fucking unplugged it. So I'll take $1 a mile, but the next low better be 3.5. Oh, Jesus Christ. Overtime, I'd love to see 3.50 again. I really would. You know, I would really like to see $3.50 again. Let's say even if it's a 500-mile run, to be able to get 1,500, 1,750, dude, man, I hope that would be just a fucking delight to see it again, you know? But I'm not seeing it. Dry van, I'm just not seeing it. I don't know what you're pulling, but I'm just not seeing it, you know? Busy, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You'll make it work, James. I think most in here know that. And 2-4, dude, listen, if I was going to fail, it would have been out the fucking gate. Because as you guys know, my credit's gone. I'm running on strictly fucking cash. All the money that goes into this truck and my home bills is money I've earned. There's no credit lines. We got nothing. We have zero fucking credit cards. So when I say I spent like $6,000 in the last 3 weeks, well, that's $6,000 of my fucking money that we made the last 6 weeks. So that's real cash money. It's not credit cards. You know, it was easy in the credit card days when I had $250,000 of fucking credit, and you know we needed shit done on the 680. It was like boom, bing, bada, boom, get it fucking done. Nowadays, it's all cash. It's all cash. So you got to be selective, right? You got to be selective. Check your text. We can share a screen and have a panel. Okay, so Sean's live. Well, let's bounce over to a Sean's. Are you guys I mean, are you guys sub to a Sean? Because we could go to a Sean and he's doing the StreamYard. Are you guys sub to a Sean? And nobody's got a rent, so nobody could even tap on people's name to get subscribed to them. I wish YouTube would come up with a fucking panel. Wish YouTube would come up with a panel, but yeah, I should have fucking done the StreamYard. That way I could have had people on, and then that way I could do more drinking. But I've already been out here 3 hours, almost 4. But you guys are fucking tits though, man. I do fucking appreciate you. And I do love talking this. It does encourage me. And you know, and I might have been a little fucking scared getting back in the fucking truck and having to swing dick out here. And I've been out of the game for a couple years, you know, been out of the spot market, lanes change, everything fucking changes. And obviously, you know, from going from the shorties, and then now I'm just, you know, I'm concentrating more on the long runs. And then I'm starting to find my way, like where shit is and what I can get. Like there's a battery load out of Temple, Texas that pays $2,700 to go to Florida, go to Tampa. It's a great fucking load, $2,700. It's a great fucking load. Easy on, easy off. It's just, you start finding these places, you know what I'm saying? You start finding these places that work for you, and you just try to not necessarily go back. Like, I'm not looking to fucking run batteries every fucking day, right? I don't want to run the same shit every day. But if I know if I'm going to be in that area, I'll touch base with that broker and see if he's got something. But if he don't, and then I just move the fuck on. But I don't want to run batteries every fucking day. I'm not looking for a load back to Temple just so I can grab another one. Because that's the last thing I want to fucking do. The last thing I want to do is routine, everyday shit. I like the unknowing. Like, I like the unknowing so much that I don't even look at where I'm going until I'm ready to go there. So if I'm getting unloaded, okay, now I'll Google map where I'm going. I'll look at the reviews of where I'm going. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to get there. And I don't look at where where I'm delivering until I'm sitting there getting loaded. And then I look at where I'm delivering. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where I go. You know? I like the not knowing where I'm going. And I don't like familiarity. Like, is it okay once in a while? Like, oh, I've been here before. You know, bing, bang, bella, boom. Yeah, but is it better to not know nothing? I prefer the not knowing. That's why I like dry vans so much. Because there's sometimes I might be on a farmer, like in a farmer's field, or I might be going to a fucking seed co-op, or I might be doing like air conditioning places that they have docks, but the fucking place is so fucking backed up that it's hell to get in. Those are I like the challenges, the not knowing of shit. I don't want to do food warehouses. I don't want to do the fucking mile long fucking straight line backs. I like the complications. I like the not knowing, and to be able to know that your skill set's enough to get you in the hole and to get out of it. That's what's entertaining about trucking. If I was doing the same run every fucking day, count me the fuck out. This turns into a job at this point. Now it's a job. It's not an adventure. It's not exciting. It's not the unknown. It's just a job. I deliver here and pick up here. Who fucking cares? That's boring. You could give me twice the money, I wouldn't be interested in. I do it for a week. Then after a week, I'm done with it. I'd rather work for $1 a mile. You know what I'm saying? Cab over kid, what's up, baby? Are you guys subscribed to Sean? I think, did Sean give me he's on StreamYard. I think he gave me he's live. Okay. So, are you guys, I'm going to bounce over to Sean's video. So, if you guys should be sub to Sean. I'm going to bounce over there, boys. So, it's been awesome, man. And I enjoyed this. And maybe we can meet up again in Sean's, but yeah, you guys are awesome. And now listen, there was no hate and no discontent and nobody even talking shit, and I appreciate that. I think we're all going through something, but I think at the end of the day, I think again, dude, 2026 is going to be our year, baby. I think 2026 is going to be our fucking year. And so we're hoping. We're hoping. But until 2026, you probably won't see me again. You might see me before Christmas. But I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot to talk about. You know, but until then, later.